bring him in alive.
What?
Armadillo, we can't bring him in alive.
Why's that?
If we take him in, the only thing he has to deal is us. Look, I don't like it, but this bastard has to go, Vic. Jail won't slow him down. You tried reasoning with him. I'm not going to lose my job so some kid-raping piece of shit can bargain down his sentence and make me his bunk mate.
Motherfucker, I'm a criminal. Ain't nobody giving me no fucking job.
How come you told me to you so bad? How do I know, man? Why? Hey, my mom's over there. I'm gonna scream.
I'm gonna blow you away, Tip.
Hey, that's not real.
You've never seen anything so real.
You told Doberman you sold that hash, didn't you? I had to. I got busted last month. I never had a chance.
Kid who tells on another kid is a dick.
Jesus Christ, for God's sake, man. Fucking get away. Don't...
Goodbye, Narc.
I took you in. Nobody! Showed you how the system works, the value of information, how to get it. This is how you fucking pay me back, you cockroach. I gave you Darien. I gave you your manhood. I gave you everything. You've been one of the great ones, buddy. I look at you, and I see myself.
You
what for? Who's fighting and what for? Get on there. 666. Happy Antichrist Day. It's the sign of the beast. You're living through it. Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
Black Earl and music.
Hello, everybody.
You know, there was some talk about doing Guns N' Roses' version of this, but why bother? Why bother with the imitators when you got the real thing? The Glimmer Twins, the Rolling Stones. All right, Ron and Fez show. It is 666. Fez, you hanging in okay with it? You doing all right?
So far, so good. I know later on in Los Angeles, the Church of Satan, they will be having a mass at the Steve Allen Theater in Los Angeles.
All right, Los Angeles, you mean the city of the Lost Angels, Fezzy. This is exactly what the Book of Revelations tried to tell us. And Steve Allen, remember what it said, they will go to the place for one who writes about comedy rather than be funny. So that, my friends, I believe is Steve Allen.
I had no idea that was part of the prophecy.
Here's a book about 800 people I think are funny. I'm Steve Allen. All right, Ron and Fez show. You okay with this, Fez? I know you worry a little bit about the religious stuff.
I get a little nervous around it, but so far so good today.
So far so good. It's an okay day. It doesn't have that weird feel for you?
Oh, it's got a weird feel, and I don't know if inviting Satan to join us today is a great thing.
All right, here's the weird thing. I'm walking in today, and the streets are a little odd. They're a little strange. And who am I walking directly into on Central Park South? Doogie Howser. So if that is not the sign of the fucking beast, I don't know what is.
It is the devil's day, and his minions are out there.
Yeah.
They are walking among us.
Yeah. I would have invited him up, but I don't know any name for him other than Doogie.
Doogie.
I don't know his real name.
Neil Patrick Harris.
See, I need you with me at all times to know these stupid things.
I know the middle names, too.
Yeah, well... You jack to it enough, I'm sure you're going to remember the name.
Middle name Patrick, born November 18th.
Here is John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, Ron Fez.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man, I just want to say I must be the Antichrist because today's my 27th birthday.
Wow. No, you're not exactly the music we're looking for. Your 27th birthday, which we all know is the Jinx year. That's when all the famous people died. Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, on and on and on. I believe Kurt Cobain was part of that. And it happens over and over. Let me look into the Book of Revelations. Where are you calling from, John?
West Virginia.
All right, so you should know, this is right out of the Book of Revelations. You should know him by the mark on his head and the hayseed talk. Interesting, John. It could be you.
Yep.
All right, happy birthday, my friend.
Thanks, man.
All right, go fuck a goat today. Enjoy yourself. It's the sign of the beast.
And then wear his skin as your pants.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to do it, Fez. You either join or you watch from the sidelines. Who wants to be a watcher?
Me. Today I'll be a watcher.
You're a little nervous, huh?
I'm very nervous about 666 Day. I was not happy when I woke up and there it was on the computer. Today's date.
All right, here's I'm still reading the Book of Revelations. And the beast shall rise from the sea. He shall pull the stents from our hearts.
What?
What does that even mean?
I have a stent in my heart.
Wow. Hey, Matt. Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy? How you doing, Matt? Welcome, Matt.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, pal.
Hey, I got a double whammy here. My driver's license number starts off 666, and if you take my first, middle, and last name, I got 6 letters in each one.
You're as good as a dead man. Now, remember, that happens with so many presidents. Ronald Reagan had that. And then when he got out of office, the address that they had, I guess the Republican Party or his backers, whatever, bought him a nice house in California to retire in. That address was 666.
I had no idea.
They had to change. She goes, I can't fucking move in here. Don't you ever read all the internet rumors about me? I can't be any part of this. So they had to go out of their way to change it. People are afraid of numbers all the time. You know, 13 scares the hell out of people. Nobody ever wants to stay on the 13th floor of a hotel or an apartment house. They just won't do it.
That's why I went on the 14th. That's where I live.
I hate to tell you, pal, but because they don't put up a 13th floor, they just go from 12 to 14. So, in reality, you live on the 13th floor.
Great. Just great. A beast is going to pull the scent from my heart today. I can see it coming.
And throw him from his pigeon-shitted window. Very, very odd.
I have a pigeon-shitted window.
Hey, Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys. Not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Today's my 6th wedding anniversary.
Is it really 6th wedding anniversary on 666, Fez?
Yep.
Took the devil as a bride.
How are you getting along with her?
Things are going great.
Yeah, sure. You think?
You sold your soul.
Till you have that kid. I wonder about any kid born today. I mean, I don't know whether it's out of the question, and I know normally only the bad guys in the Bible do this, but I'd like to go out and kill every male-born son today if we can. Just to make sure in case the devil is born today.
Every now and then we have to look to Herod for our wisdom.
Where the hell is President Bush with this? I thought he was a Bible believer. Why aren't we out there killing every newborn today?
There was a woman in the paper today. She made sure she had cesarean yesterday so that she wasn't having a 666 baby.
Here is Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Vegas is given 10,000 to 1 odds that the world will end today. So if
do me a favor, I'm going to put down 100. Just to, you know what I mean. If it comes in, if not, who cares? It's lunch. But if it comes in, I am going to be loaded. 866. Ron Zero Fez. 866. Ron Zero Fez.
Too many sixes in that.
Here's Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Last 4 digits phone number 6661. I've had it for like 20 years. Have people make comment about it every day. Devil
Seriously?
Number.
Yeah, people are afraid of the 666 number.
Yeah, you call that guy, you don't know if you're getting a direct line to hell.
No, it's never bothered me. And, you know, in my whacked out years, I can't tell you how many times I used to scratch that on women. Just when they would drive me so fucking crazy, I would just hold them down, scratch a 666 into the back of their head.
You know all the tricks with the ladies.
Well, what am I going to do? You're going to act like the devil, you're going to walk around and look like him. That was always my motto. Now, let's call your mom. We're going over there for dinner. And I want you to wear your hair up so everybody sees how bad you are.
Yeah, usually the mark's a little bit more hidden. Not right across the forehead.
No, I go by the Manson thing. I like to put it right out front where everybody can see it. That's my thing. Here's Russ. Russ, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal? Russ?
Yes, sir. Hey, how you guys doing today? Yeah, my birthday today, 6662. It doesn't bother me a bit. Don't faze me a bit.
Sure. Why would it? You're a devil worshiper. It's got to be a good thing for you.
No, I'm not, right?
It's like Fezzy being born on Christmas. It's the same deal for him. Doesn't even bother him. Here's Paul. Hey, Paul, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Paul.
Ron.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, today's my 40th birthday. You do the math. What year was that?
That's 66, my friend.
Oh, my God.
So he's born, Fez, 66.
I got one more 6 there.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
4
what
sixes.
4 sixes mean?
You are the devil, but you're gay. That's the way it all happens. It's +1.
Happy birthday, gay Beelzebub.
Do you think Bush is at his house right now just going, this is fucking scary. It's everything I've ever studied.
He will stay indoors today.
Sure.
He's got to.
He has to. He couldn't go outside because there could be gay people out there wanting to get married.
Either that or he's back on Air Force One, zigzagging across the country, trying to stay ahead of the timeline or something.
What's with him and the gay marriage thing? Why does it obsess him so?
He is afraid that unless this gets written into the Constitution, someone will make him marry Dick Cheney.
I think what really happened, because you know how he quit drinking cold turkey or whatever, and, he quit drinking, he got born again, he started walking the path. I think one night back in the old party days, he's down there in Texas, it's dusty, it's drunk, he's at work late, so there's oil all over the place, and he and a buddy are just getting hammered, and one thing leads to another, and he leaned over and sucked a big Texas dick. I honestly think that happened. And the next day, he just woke up. I hate gays. I hate them. I hate drinking, and I hate gays. I have nothing to do with any of this.
He just sobered up from everything all at once.
He's just like, oh, what have I done? He's just covered in it. It's all up and down him. What have I done, man? I have a drinking problem. I have a drinking problem.
In Texas, that's known as striking oil.
Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Good, buddy. Love the show. Love the show.
That was good.
Hey, you said a quote earlier today about the beast will rise from the sea.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, you do the 666 backwards, you still get 666. And then also the omen's coming back today. But if you do the omen backwards, that's Nemo. And Nemo came from the sea. Finding Nemo, maybe that's this whole conspiracy that the devil's trying to get these young kids to sway to the way of the devil, go to the evil side.
Brother, I don't know you at all, but man, we're on the same track. I'm gonna hit the cowbell because there's something locked in you. You've got it all. You've got all the answers.
You're getting a copy of Boondock Saints Special Edition thanks to Fox Home Video. That's in stores now. And your Boondock Saints Special Edition DVD, personally signed by Billy Connolly.
So there you go, buddy. That's for figuring it out. Nemo is the 666. Nemo was the beast.
He had that one bad little fin.
Did he? I don't watch all these cartoons.
Oh, yeah. That's, he's marked.
Here's Tom. Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Great. Shirley Roper Phelps that you had on a couple of times from Hillsboro Baptist Church.
Sure.
Actually, she is the Antichrist. The zip code of their church there in Topeka is 66603.
Yeah, but they're adorable.
Spooky, huh?
Seriously, they are my favorite Christians. You know why, Fez?
Why is that?
Totally up front. They are totally up front with the Christian angle of, I'm the only one going to heaven. That's what I like about them.
Oddly enough, they're furious about this gay marriage ban that we talked about. Because to them, that's not enough. It needs to be burned at the stake type stuff. Not just no marriage.
Would you give us some times there, Shirley? The banned marriage is just the first step. You just can't leap from A to Z. We got to do this a step at a time. Hey, Cal, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you guys doing today?
Don't worry about us. We're laying low.
I was raised so religiously that it just drives me up the wall, and I fuck with my mom as much as I can about it. So among all the other tattoos I have 666 tattooed on my wrist, and I'm having just a marvelous day.
So you do it just to freak your mom out?
I did exactly to freak my mom out, and I have other stuff on tattooed on me like that, but that's one of my favorite ones.
I just want to point out to people that are letting their wives talk them into planning a family, this is what eventually happens. This is what you're going to deal with, that the kid, he can't stand you so much, he just ends up scarring himself with 666. Now, we are locked and loaded today, and we're ready to go. If the devil comes through that door, he's eating a bullet. So he's going to have to prove that he's the devil in this place.
Silver bullet?
I'm going to tell you right now, Fez, if he bleeds, I can kill him. That's my motto with the devil. What about you, Earl? I know you're, as they say, God-fearing.
Yeah, we got the power. The power of Christ will compel us.
You a little nervous today?
No, not at all.
Not at all? You hope it happens, right? You're one of those guys. You hope it all comes down today.
No, I'm
You're ready for the horseman to come right up
I'm ready.
Broadway.
I'm ready to go.
If the rapture happens today, who do you think here is just getting sucked up into heaven?
Let me tell you right now, if the four horsemen coming down the street, I'm taking Tully Blanchard out. That fucking pussy, you got by on that gang. You yourself are nothing. Show me how you did in singles competition, Tully.
Tully was lucky that he didn't compete in midget wrestling. That he wasn't going after Skylo Low in that title.
So out of the four of us, who's going to go straight to heaven, Fez?
Yeah, in the rapture, where people all of a sudden just disappear out of cars, planes, off the streets.
See, my people don't go straight to heaven. We have a purgatory. We have a waiting room. We have a holding tank, as they like to consider it. You could be in there for an eon or two. You don't know.
Man, that seems rough.
I don't see you going. You live a pretty hateful life. Earl, I think, is probably too much of an ass kisser to get in. And Dave, there's not a God. I mean, not even a Christian God, but you could go back to the Greeks, the Romans. There's not a God that would be proud of that.
There's not a God that cares for the retarded? that would just take him up into the heavenly gates?
Well, they used to tell us retards go straight in when I was doing my Catholic thing. Hey, Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, no disrespect to Fezzy here, but, you know, nobody can worry about the devil. He's gay. And it's simple this way.
Yeah, you want to get...
you gonna who's gonna take the devil seriously when he walks up to you and goes, "Hey, stop it! I swear to God, I'll do it. I'm gonna kill you. That's it. It's over for you."
Where are you calling from, Jim?
Canada.
Canada humor.
Sure.
I get it, sure. The devil may be gay, and believe me, I know, gay's funny on the outside, but go in prison and start making gay jokes. Last thing you want is a big devil hopping on your ass. You'd go for anything but.
Horns, pitchfork. You don't want any of that going in there.
What's happening today, Fezzy? What's going on in the world?
Well, Jeb Bush says he is not planning on seeing Al Gore's movie on global warming, An Inconvenient Truth. He says, no, I'm not going to be doing that. But he said that before offering a review of X-Men Last Stand, which he called excellent.
So he thinks that's a documentary about global warming. I'll tell you about the Bush brothers. I understand that, we got two sides, the Democrats and the Republicans. I would have more respect for them if they said, yeah, I saw this movie, and here's where I disagree, blah, blah, blah. Here's where he's wrong. And here's a couple of points that I do agree with him. Then you could say, okay, they're taking a good look at this thing, and they think the guy is bullshit. But to go, he's got information, and I don't even want to look at it, is crazy talk.
It's so immature. It's kind of like foot stomping of, no, I'm not going to see that. And besides, for the Bush brothers, not enough cartoon violence in it for them.
All right, here is Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Okay, they're taking a look at this thing. And they think the guy's cool.
Steve, turn your radio down. The
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
How are you, pal?
Not bad. Today is my 21st birthday, Ron. What are we drinking tonight, buddy?
Well, you've drank before today, right, Steve?
No, I haven't, actually. I'm a good boy.
You've never had a drink in your life?
Have not.
Yeah, I don't think you need to start then. To me, it's a waste of drink. I don't understand anyone who can make it to 21 and act like today's my day. I just don't. For me, I was already 7 years hardcore drinking by the time 21 ran around.
I think I had my first drink, like real drink, when I was 16.
I believe that you should actually spend your 21st birthday in rehab. That's my own. If you really want to enjoy those teen years, that's where you should wake up on 21.
He's going to be driving around waiting to show that license off to some cashier who's ready to card him.
That is another odd thing, huh? That you can't drink and drive, but you have to have a license with you at all times. You think when you get out of that, you should probably have to show them a Metro card. Here. That's all I'm doing.
Just display your designated driver. Show that other person's license. Here's the person who'll be taking me home tonight.
All right, Earl, what's happening in your world today?
My beloved New York Yankees beat the Boston Red Sox yesterday.
So today's a good day for you.
Today's a very good day.
You had your buddy in here yesterday, Vernon Reed, who I really enjoyed. You've been telling me for years, oh, I'm friends with Vernon Reed. He's a great guy. I was at the point, Fez, where I wasn't sure whether or not Earl was making that up.
Yeah, you heard a lot of talk, but did you ever see them together?
Yeah, we did yesterday. He turned out to be a great guy. Last night I get a call at my home. It's Vernon Reed. And has asked me to join his band. So
really?
Yeah, today is my farewell show.
What?
I'll be on the road with a new band. We're called Living Color and a White Guy, and I'm excited about it.
We need you here. You got obligations to us.
Obligations? What's that mean, Fez? Are we still happy?
We're happy. I don't know about O&A. Man, I was listening to that show today.
What happened?
No,
you're not going to believe this, but I slept in today, so I didn't have the opportunity to catch him. I'd love to hear about it, though. What happened?
I was just worried about the boys. Not happy at all. Listen,
try getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and tell me how happy you're going to feel by 10:30. That's slave hours. That's what they used to do down south in the cotton fields. They used to make you work 6 o'clock to 11 every single morning.
And just really upset with everything going on at XM. Just upset about, not being included in the national TV spots.
Give him a picture in the paper. What's the big deal? Opie wants to see his picture in the paper. Throw one in.
The name of this channel, High Voltage.
What? This is the name of the channel?
Yeah. You didn't know we were high voltage?
I had no idea. I thought we were 202.
Yeah, we're 202, but the name of 202 is high voltage.
Well, when did we ever call ourselves high voltage? Have you, Earl? Did you know this?
Yeah, I knew it, but we just never said it.
No one says it out loud.
No one starts saying it more. High voltage. Hey, everybody, you're listening to High Voltage. All right, so we take care of that. The name change, you're going to get your picture in the paper. Fezzy, here's what you don't understand. The double shift thing, getting up in the early in the morning. I don't want you to worry every time you hear somebody complaining.
I'm worried. I mean, is it done?
No,
is it over?
Stop.
O&A done with XM?
Stop it. Tomorrow, here's the bit. Have Twitchell's jack off Big A, and everybody's all happy again. Get a hold of Twitchell's, get a hold of Big A, get some lube, and we're all going to have a fun show tomorrow. Stop listening if it makes you upset. Sometimes again, it's too early in the morning. Move the morning shift back.
I mean, that would make me feel better if we can get Twitchell's and Big A in here, but today's show...
Get them in here. Try fucking keeping them out. You could put barbed wire up front. You're not going to keep those bastards out of here.
The two of them camp downstairs.
Half these fucking people, they act like they're pigeons and O&A have seed. Of course they get a little cranky sometime. It's like being in the middle, like Moses leading these people around. So don't worry about anything. We change a couple of names. We throw a picture in the paper. I should be running this whole deal. I know what to do. This is all doable stuff. It's all very, very easy.
It seems easy enough, but they were really upset today.
All right. You've already said it.
And it went on for quite a while.
You know what?
Not just like, an off-the-cuff bitch here and there.
I'm going to write you a prescription. I know you've got pills,
right?
But this is something different. And it just says, butch up. That's what you need to do.
Butch up.
You need to butch up.
I worry about these things.
Don't worry.
They get to me.
I know. I want you to stop it. Tomorrow's going to be a great show. Twitchell's forced to jack off Big A, and we're going to have pictures in the paper. Take down, there isn't even a high voltage sign, so I had no idea that was a name. And seriously, you stop your worrying. Friday's a big day for you, right?
Yeah, Friday, I have medical tests all day long.
Now, I told you I'd check into this. I talked with your doctor yesterday. It's very, very easy. You lay on a table, and then I guess they give you something so they could see inside, right?
Yeah, they give me an IV of some nuclear fluid.
Yeah, so that's nothing. No one's ever died from nuclear fluid. You lay there on a table, and then he takes a mallet and beats that stent out of your chest. He just keeps pounding on it like he had crabs.
I can't tell you the pain that caused me just thinking about that. A mallet to my chest.
You're not going to feel it. You're going to be just so itchy from the nuclear fluid going around in your veins. You're going to be fine.
As it's glowing through me.
Who's going with you?
Well, no one's going with me. I'm going by myself to the doctor's office, but I have had an offer from Bronx Johnny, who's willing to take the day off from his other job and spend the day with me at the doctor's office while I have these tests done.
I'm not going to be able to go with you, but I'm going to give you a bag lunch of cheese sticks and some French fries.
I don't think I can eat.
All right, where's little Bronx Johnny at? Where's that sweetheart of the rodeo?
He's on his way in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can wait here. I'll wait here while the show goes on. Bronx Johnny, you were going to take Fez to the doctors on Friday?
Yeah, boss.
Now, don't you have your own work to do?
I could take a day off. It ain't going to miss me down there.
No. I don't want you to worry about Fez. He's going to be fine. Okay? You worried that he's going to what? Die?
Well, no, like they might neglect him in the waiting room or something. That happens to me when I go to a waiting room.
That's because you're Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
He's a white guy. It's a whole different way.
Yeah.
Whenever you go to an emergency room and you're white, they just bring you right in. Everything's taken care of. They have a pastry for you, cappuccino.
Foot rub.
I wish you could spend one day as a white guy. It's unbelievable how we live.
Yeah.
Every day is like being in a country club. It really is. Well, that's really nice. Now, did Earl offer to go with you?
No. Nope.
Did that red-headed beaker say anything to you at all?
No. Team Watley did not come to me and offer.
There's your man right there. There's the guy who cares.
Bronx Johnny.
And he was willing to blow off the New York Yankees, Fez, to have a day with you.
Miss a day's pay, just to make sure I was okay in a waiting room, while nuclear juice runs through my veins.
Why don't you do this? While he's in there, why don't you have A-Rod hit a home run for him? Maybe that would be... You know what would be nice if every guy on the team hit a home run for Fezzy, as a way of saying, get well soon, son.
Do you think they would?
I'll check. I'll inquire.
How hard could that be? Everybody hits a homer. Everybody dingers. Not in a row, obviously. We're not going to have 9 in a row. A couple of the guys are going to get thrown at. But over the course of the day, I'd like to see all 9 pick up a home run. It's never been done before. And if we do this for Fez in his heart.
Bronx Johnny, if you could do that for me, I would promise you this back. I'll get better.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Forget better. Just stop shitting yourself.
That's not what these tests are for.
Well,
those are different tests completely.
Have that one done. While you're already down there, just have them see if they can give you something so you stop shitting yourself.
I'm scared to death of the...
that's probably what does it.
Of the post-test crap. Because when this nuclear fluid starts coming out, I don't want to, the glow bowl in my bathroom.
Stop worrying. Seriously, stop
Makes
worrying.
me nervous.
You stop worrying. You know what? 99% of your problem is worry. Look at this Bronx Johnny. Zippity-doo-dah. It's like looking at fucking Bugs Bunny. He's so happy. You worry about every time O&A get in a bad mood.
It was a really bad mood today.
And I'm going to point this out. Fezzy, and I didn't say this on the end of the day it happened because you were going through one of your emotional days, but the day that Katie Couric retired from the Today Show, Fezzy cried.
Yeah, it was really bad for me.
Sure,
I wake up with Katie for the past 15 years.
And now she's going on to make an extra of 25 mil. So,
Now I guess I'll just have dinner with Katie.
Yeah, you worry too much. That's what you need to do. Stop worrying.
There's a lot of things out there to worry about.
Once they beat the stent out of your heart, you're going to feel so much better.
Bronx Johnny, you see anyone coming near me with a mallet during those medical tests, you stop them.
I got you, boss.
Here's the thing, Johnny. I want you to stay with the corpse, just like you were Jackie O. I want you to get on the airplane and take that corpse down to Northern Virginia, where he will be buried.
I do not want to be buried in Northern Virginia. You might as well bury me in Iraq, for all I'd want to be buried in Northern Virginia.
Not going back?
No.
Well, you tell us why you're dead. No, I won't make sure. You tell us that I'll go like this. Fezzy, okay to bury you here?
I will find a way to sit up in that box and say, do not bury me in Northern Virginia or I will dig my way out.
I know one thing, you're going face down, no matter what happens. Just because that's the way people remember seeing you. With just a pill in your mouth and off you go.
Sure, I'll be comfortable, but I don't know if I want to spend the eternity like that.
Here's what I hate. We're taking off Friday, right?
Yeah.
We're missing Jimmy Day.
Oh, yeah, Jimmy Norton Day.
You have cost us Jimmy Norton Day.
He's going to be at the Lincoln Sour...
Lincoln Sour.
Lincoln Center Tower Records.
Here's the funny thing. Yesterday, we had Chuck Polinick in, right? At the end of this thing outside, I was out talking to him. He says to Fezzy, thank you so much for getting my name right. But every other name you mentioned was just ridiculous.
I could say Chuck Polinick, which is not easy to say, and I practiced.
Then you had him signing books at the Ham Book Store.
Then I could not say Brookline Booksmith.
And I finally...
Brookline Brookmyers?
Yeah, I finally told him that you were full of nuke juice, and you didn't know what you were doing. Like, he's so amped up on nuclear juice. Why do you need nuke juice in you anyway?
So they can do mapping of my heart. So the first part of it is in the morning. They put the nuclear IV in me, and then they do like an MRI, and they take pictures of me laying down.
When do you get the pig heart?
I don't get a pig heart. I hope not.
Take one.
They're trying to fix the one I was born with.
Pig Heart Jr.
Then in
you know what you ought to get is an Earnhardt. Just get that so you'll become a better driver.
Tiny one, an Earnhardt Jr. Then then in the afternoon, I do the same thing, except I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah, that'll be the quickest 15 seconds.
Where I see how long I can last.
Yeah, we had to stop him twice yesterday going to get a burger. Oh, by the way, Earl, you don't understand this. This is my excitement. So we have a fun time in here meeting a lot of people. We go to Hamburger Heaven in Lexington, where we like to go every once in a while. We walk upstairs. You know who's there? The entire crew of Cash Cab. My all-time favorite TV game show, Cash Cab.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Can you believe the chances?
Yeah. So it was funny because a little while before we see a cab that kind of, what are they, like van cabs or something?
They're like a minivan cab.
Yeah. Now so Fez goes, hey, is that the Cash Cab? And I'm like, believe me, I bet they shoot all of those in like 2 or 3 days and then show them for a year. We walk upstairs, and there's the whole gang from Cash Cab. And one of us just points at the host and yells, Cash Cab.
I think that was you.
Doesn't matter who it was. What are you doing? Fucking keeping score? Doesn't matter what happened. The thing is, it's embarrassing. What's the guy's name? Because he ended up having lunch with us. He's done O&A before. He's a comic.
Right.
Ben something? Ben...
Yes. I want to say like Ben Benson. So that's not right.
It's Robbie Benson. We talked to Robbie Benson. He was there. He just jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. So anyway, Earl, I got to talking to him, and he said he got your email.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Because I sent him an email a couple of days ago.
Yeah, and he goes, what are you guys, fucking stalking me? You just sent me an email.
And what a crazy city we're in.
I know. But here's the weird thing. You've seen Cash Cab, right? It's just him in the cab. He had like 3 tables full of a crew. I guess they're following from behind and in front, and they're feeding them, the questions asked.
It's probably like a big mic setup, too, where you have to point mics everywhere.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, they're all in one cab. Yeah, but I know they have people when they get out. By the way, Cash Cab, every day, it's on Discovery Channel, 6 o'clock and 6:30. It's the greatest game show. People think they're just getting to a cab, but it's different, my friend. The lights go off, and it's a cash cab. And you have to answer questions all the way to the time that you get dropped off. If you answer the questions without missing 3, you leave with the cash. You miss 3, you're getting out, no matter where you are in the city. Your ass is getting out. I don't care if you're on the West Side Highway.
So if you're like in the middle of the bridge, stuck in traffic, you're getting dumped on the bridge?
As you should be for not knowing your pop culture.
Ben Bailey is the host of Cash Cab.
Yeah. Ben Bailey. So, he's a buddy of Jimmy Norton's. We got talking a little bit, and he wants to, he said we'd come in and do the show. I guess he's done O&A before he was Cash Cab, before he had become America's favorite new game show host and Cash Cab. What about the little British guy last night from Apprentice? Has he got any heat on him? Was he doing all the shows today, or was it not as big?
I haven't seen Sean anywhere since he won Apprentice last night on any of the shows, and I haven't seen like one article about him anywhere.
I love the fact they both turned their backs on Hawaii. No, send me to Soho. I do not want to be in Hawaii. The great thing, though, is they had last year's winner was sitting there, hadn't seen him in a year. He's not doing any of the shows. Humpty Hump, who, to me, Fezzi, was my all-time favorite. Now, in the past year, what's his name?
Randolph something.
Randolph Scott. He hasn't done anything, hasn't showed up for work, but he did make a brand new single. See if you like it. This is last year's winner of Apprentice.
Alright, stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. I look funny, but yo, I'm making money, see? So yo, world, I hope you're ready for me. Now gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground. I drink a bottle of Hennessy you got on your shelf, so just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty, pronounced with the umpty. Yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. I'm stepping tall, y'all, and just like Humpty Dumpty, you're gonna fall when the stereos pump me. I like to rhyme, I like my beats funky, I'm spunky, I like my oatmeal lumpy, I'm sick with this, straight gangsta Mac. But sometimes I get ridiculous. I'll eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Oh, yo, fat girl, come here, are you ticklish? Yeah, I called you fat, look at me, I'm skinny. It never stopped me from getting busy, I'm a freak. I like the girls with the boom. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom, I'm crazy. Allow me to amaze thee. They say I'm ugly, but it just don't faze me.
To me, this guy's the black Bob Dylan. I don't know whether black people have ever had a Bob Dylan before. Humpty Hump is it for me.
I do the Humpty Hump, come on, I do the Humpty Hump. Check me out, y'all, I do the Humpty Hump, just watch me do the Humpty Hump.
Look, here comes all the Apprentice people out to this. There's Trump's kids.
People say, yo, Humpty, you're really funny looking.
What's his name, Fez?
Randolph. I believe Randolph Pinkton. I'm not sure.
That's a great name for a rapper. Randolph Pinkton.
Oh, yes, ladies.
That's enough of that, or it'll drive me crazy now. For a second, I thought it was fun. I thought it was enjoyable. Now I hate. That quickly on a 666 day I can turn.
On 666 Day in Kiev, a man shouted that if God exists, he would be protected as he lowered himself into a zoo lion exhibit and then was mauled to death.
I got to correct you there, Fez. It didn't happen today. It happened yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah. 656.
So where's Kiev? Over in Russia?
Mm-hmm.
So where is God? I mean, here's the guy. He's trying to say that God exists, and God lets him get mauled by a lion.
Yeah, they say in the Bible, don't put the Lord your God to the test.
Well, they say a lot of shit in the Bible, Fezzy. One thing after another. Just goes on and on and on. You can't sit there and do it all. And he's testing us, right?
All the time.
Then spin it. Let's see if he can answer a couple. Let's put God in the cash cab and see how he's doing. I like to see God back there and saying, yeah, I'll double down. Give me the video challenge. And then right away he throws his cell phone out the window. I don't even need it. I don't need to call anybody. Here's Mongo. Mongo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Happy Fire and Brimstone Day.
Yeah, same to you, my friend.
I have a spy report for you.
Oh, thank God.
I seen Mandingo's big old ass in Memphis yesterday. She was doing some thing at the mall, some kind of like local talent show type thing.
All right.
Ass as big as ever.
Yeah, she's got a gigantic ass. Mandingo was everybody's favorite contestant this year on American Idol. And she's doing well. She's in the mall singing.
Adam Black, baby got back. Mandy's got a big black ass.
Adam Black, we got back.
You know, Perry hasn't cut a song for us in a while, and I'm always telling people how good Paranoid is. You know, people, and that he should have his own satellite show. But where's the work? What's happening, big man?
He said some sort of writer's block or something.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. The ideas just aren't coming to him.
Would you calm down today? You're like a nervous wreck over there.
Everyone's got me nervous.
Yeah, well, don't be. Be a person. Let's do a show like it's two people together. Like I'm a human and you're a what?
Human?
Yeah, we're two humans. Hey, John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you're talking to two human beings. How are you?
Hi, John. I'm human.
Card number 27396.
All right, that's old school.
From the NEW days.
That's old school, and I appreciate it, pal.
Oh, man, you're the best. Yeah. Hey, listen, thanks a lot for turning me on to the Cash Cab. That show is a blast. Especially speaking of blast, how about the heart attack they give people when they do that initial blast?
Yeah, it's amazing.
When the people get in.
Yeah. And, I mean, my dream has always been to find myself in the Cash Cab. Instead, I'm eating burgers with them yesterday. Eating burgers with them, yeah.
I also like the self-appointed spokesman when you get a group of people in there.
Right.
It's never discussed. It's always the guy or the dyke.
Yeah, it's always the alpha. There's an alpha in every gang, in every group. No, in the Ron and Fez show, that's Fezzy. He is our alpha male. If something comes up, we always turn to him like, what are we going to do to lunch today, Fez? And then, like Fonzie, he just like... And then points, you know, it's just really, there's always one in every group.
Yeah, I'm like the boy lion, where I'm just, defending the pride.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Pride in the name of love? All right, so we're like all your girl lions, and we have to go out and drag meat back to you.
Uh-huh, yeah.
That's the weird thing about lions, is that the women do the hunting.
Yeah, it's true, and they got to feed everybody, the cubs, the boy lions.
Boy lions. So the funny thing there is, though, they live the life up until a certain age. Up until one of the youngsters, one of his own kids, can whip his ass, and then it's over.
Yeah, and there's always someone trying. There's always one of those up-and-coming lions testing you.
Why wouldn't you want to have that job as being the guy who fucks and sleeps and waits for the food to come back? That's got to be the high point in the whole existence of the planet.
And then next, the older lion, he is just back of the pack. He's getting like the leftovers of the meat.
It's like retirement. It's like the way you treat your dad after he retires. Like, did you get some of that? No meat for you, but have some potato salad. You know, when you start and talk to your mom about your dad while he's sitting there, and he just has to listen while you're always doing that. How's he doing? Everything okay? He looks good. You're looking good, Dad. Yeah. Why would anyone want to live? When you really think about everyone's trying to live to be older, Why wouldn't you want to go out like James Dean?
Yeah, instead of getting you your meat, then they're getting you your pills.
Yeah. We got you some pills and mush. I'm going to have a thick steak and some bacon. You have some mush and eat it all. And now I'm going to turn the TV away from what you have on to something I care about.
Does your father look cold?
Just sit there in the middle of the house with a blanket on in July. It's got to be it's not the way you want to go out.
Get him a sweater.
It's not the whole deal that you're looking forward to. And yet people are always like, oh yeah, live to 100. For what? There's no upside there whatsoever. Meet somebody who's 100. At the most, they just look out the window. You're like a toddler again. You can't get up when you want to.
They all hate it. I've been in enough nursing homes over the years. They all hate it.
You ever have this? Get Grandpa a gun. Load it up with bullets and bring it back for Grandpa. Kids are afraid of you. Fucking looking at them like it's like a zombie begging to kiss you when you're a little kid. Come here and give me some sugar.
Oh, when you have to give them like their assigned pill, they're just like, give me another one. Come on, one more.
I'll just keep them under my tongue and just do 30 at the same time. It's nothing I'm looking forward to. Fuck it.
And they think it's like if they get one Kleenex, that has to last them the rest of their lives.
No.
They will hold on to a Kleenex forever.
Would you want to go out that way at 100, or like Jim Morrison, 27, freshly blown, laying in a nice bathtub, high on junk? What seems like a better way to go out? Listen to one of your fucking songs playing on the radio.
The old people just waiting for a ride.
If you die Friday on that table, Fez, I'll consider you one of the lucky ones.
No, I won't be lucky. That'll mean something went horribly wrong during a medical test.
You're lucky because you got to live like an old lady while you were young, and most people don't get that opportunity. Look at Earl laughing his ass off. He can't even look at you now.
What's so funny, Black Earl?
Because we spend our time going like this. What about the sweet potato fries, Fezzy? Can you have those? And some turkey?
I'll be one of those people that live too long and too short, all at the same time.
For us, it feels like you're living long. I can just tell you. By the extra strain that you put on your friends, it feels like you've gone on for decades.
Well, it hasn't. Late 20s.
Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, you're asking why everybody wants to live so long. They're afraid of what's on the other side. So I was kind of wondering, what you think is out there.
My hope it's nothing. It's just black
that's
nothingness. Really, and I'll just find a place to lay down and sleep forever. That's it. Nothing.
You got to get to a point, though, where you know more people on the other side than you do on this side.
No, that don't take long, does it?
Probably not.
That doesn't take very long. That's when you start to hear about some of these curses, Fez, like the piano player with the Grateful Dead. They've lost 4 keyboard players over the years. You sit down with the Grateful Dead, you touch those ivories, your clock is ticking for that long. Cursed.
Yeah, I think this last one was like 51 years old.
What do we have, the Poltergeist curse, too?
The Poltergeist curse, yeah.
Here's another curse no one ever talks about. The curse of the 27 Yankees. That team, many consider the greatest baseball team all time. Every one of them dead. Every one of the Yankees is dead from 27. What happened? What were they breathing in on that field? I'll give you another one, Fez.
Yeah?
Roman emperors. Every Roman emperor dead. Go through that Caesar's family. It's just awful when you start to... the pain that mother must have went through the years of one Caesar after another dying. It's horrifying.
Yeah, well...
I got another one for you, Fez. Civil War. Confederate soldiers in the Civil War. Even the ones that got home, they're all dead now. It's like a curse of Confederate soldiers. It's amazingly sad and painful when you think about it.
Yeah, well, that war
Knights of the Round Table, another one. All those guys, Galahad, whatever, all gone. The curse of the Round Table.
And those who fought in the Crusades, all gone.
Everybody, either side of the crusade, there's a curse on those people. All dead now. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Thinking about you today, Fezzy. You're going to be okay, buddy.
Well, thank you,
Just want to let
Sean.
you guys know that the curse of the Grateful Dead keyboardist, it's partially true, but there's one guy that I just learned about the other day, Bruce Hornsby from Bruce Hornsby and the Range, was a keyboardist for the Grateful Dead, and I'd say he's probably doing pretty well these days.
No. So far, he's still alive, but...
So far.
Yeah, we can't imagine that lasts forever.
And he was never a permanent member either.
Today, so it could be
Look,
the end of him.
if anybody dies with this curse, I want it to be Bruce Hornsby. I want him to take that step-by-step up Jacob's ladder. Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, I thought of a really horrific curse I think we all should really take into serious consideration. What about all those guys at that Last Supper thing? Dead, all of them.
Every disciple, okay, whether you were a good disciple or a bad disciple.
And we're not talking about the disciples of comedy.
No, those guys, they live on forever, like legends. But every one of the disciples who followed Jesus, dead. Now, you ever see a documentary on that? Any kind of special? I'd love to see one.
No.
What happened? Well, did they eat something that night? Was something said? Wow, how could that happen? Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I've got the curse of the Three Stooges. All gone.
Here's the weird thing. The Stooges are gone. The replacement Stooges are gone. Not only that, all the people in those movies with them, dead.
Really?
Everybody that you ever see in those Stooges movies are dead now. And I don't know whether it was hitting each other with crowbars or what exactly. You know, I guess you can only take so much of that. But it is a weird curse. I hate to bring this up on 666. You know I do, Fez.
Right.
Because, you know, if the devil comes into your life, somehow they say it will be through nuclear liquid. So you do have to be careful at all times.
I'm going to have that on Friday.
Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Everybody who signed the Declaration of Independence is dead, too.
Every one of them? Well, wait a minute. Is John Hancock still alive, right? Because he's got that insurance place.
No, he's dead. His kids run that now.
Oh. That is weird. So every name on there is a dead person.
Yeah.
Every single name.
Ben Franklin, all of them.
Dead?
Dead.
Wow. It's a weird world that we live in. Kevin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, everybody on the Titanic.
Even the people that survived or
Even the people
thought
that made it are gone.
they survived the Titanic, they're all gone now?
Yeah, even the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Finally sank.
She sank. She's 6 feet under.
What a way to fucking really use your nickname to make fun of the other people who died. I'm unsinkable. Your fat ass was in a boat. Let's see you get in the water like Jack was and see if you didn't sink to the bottom. But it's wrong, you know what I mean? If somebody took a nickname now, like from the Twin Towers because they got out, you would hate that person.
Yeah, the unterrorized whoever.
Yeah, it's not going to work for you. That's a person you're like, he's bad. He's not a good person. We got to take a break here. Right back. Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
Yeah, Ron and Fez show. Wow, I just got my copy of Jimmy's brand new show, Fezzy.
Lucky Louie. It's going to debut this weekend, this Sunday on HBO.
So what happens on Jimmy Norton Day?
On Jimmy Norton Day, he's going to be at the Tower of Records, Lincoln Center. That's going to be this Friday, the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
And then starting at 6 p.m., he's going to start signing 200 free copies of his HBO One Night Stand DVD.
Right.
And then everyone also is going to get a DVD copy of this first episode of Lucky Louie.
I'd like to get every copy so I don't have to wait for Is it Sunday nights? Is that when he's coming on?
Sunday nights.
Yeah. So is he on with Entourage? How's that night working out now? Because Entourage, I love that show.
Yeah, I think Entourage will be on at 8, and then I think Lucky Louie are on after Entourage.
And then Deadwood? Is that the deal? Is that the block?
Deadwood's on at 9. Deadwood's on at 9, Entourage 10, Lucky Louie 10:30.
Oh, okay, so it's on after Deadwood. Okay.
We got to get this stuff in you, Fez, on Friday. Get everything cleaned out.
Yeah, I go nuclear on Friday and get everything done, so I'm ready for this weekend.
There you go.
You also forgot Dane Cook's Tourgasms on after Lucky Louie.
That's too much for me. I'm going to tell you right now. I can fucking watch and watch and watch, but at a certain point I got to turn the TV off. I got to, you know what I mean? I don't live alone, Earl. I'm not over there in Queens living alone.
This is true.
Walking around bragging about my softball game last night the way you are. Scored the winning run and tries to get me to give him a high five. Softball. It's like hearing about your lunchtime recess game, and then I'm supposed to keep talking about it.
And most of the people on the team are girls, aren't they, Earl?
Here's some good news for you, Earl. The rape squad is back. Duke University's lacrosse team. They will play next season. Now, the president, Richard Broadhead, said, I know I'm taking a risk reinstating the men's lacrosse team. He knows that by doing this, there's a certain chance these guys will rape again.
He could be releasing monsters out on the lacrosse field.
Where are you on this one, Fez? What side of the fence do you fall?
Yeah, I think it's fine to reinstate the men's lacrosse team. If this was the Duke men's basketball team, there wouldn't have been any sort of suspension whatsoever. If it was a sport that made money for the school...
Play through it, right?
Yeah, there wouldn't have been any suspension.
But beyond all that, you have a court of law where you figure out who's guilty or not. You know, Kobe had to be allowed to play, and he should have been allowed to play. And then he was actually, you know, the trial. What did they do? They stopped the trial, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even so much he was found innocent.
Yeah, they dropped.
But the charges were dropped. So, I mean, everybody does and should get that opportunity to say, I'm innocent until proven guilty. I don't even know why they suspended it in the first place.
Yeah, and it's not like, you know, even if these guys are found guilty of rape, these 3 guys that have been arrested on these charges, it's not like everyone going to Duke to play lacrosse in the future is going to automatically be a rapist.
Well, they were all, I guess, at the rape party. And it was one of those, nobody helped. I mean, even if you didn't rape, you're snickering. That's got to count for something against you. Wipe that smile off your face, rich boy. But again, maybe they're all innocent. Who am I to say? I'm not sitting judge and jury over these people, Fezzy.
I think this university president, I think he's also got it in the back of his mind with some of the evidence that's come out that this thing's not even going to go to trial.
To him, this is the Animal House frat. He doesn't know what to do. He's got him on double secret probation, but what could he do?
That's all he can do after that.
And nobody knows whether this thing is going to trial or not. That's just the speculation that you hear sports guys doing on ESPN. And they try to guess this stuff like they're part of the legal team. And then you, of course, you watch it, you pick it up and come spilling it back out here on the air like you have inside information. We all have cable, Fez.
It's funny because the more...
Rape is funny?
No, not that part.
Well, you haven't been to a lot of rapes.
But the more that comes out in favor of these 3 guys, in favor of the defense, the more guys get arrested. It's like as soon as there's evidence in favor of the lacrosse team, another member gets picked up.
Hey, Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I don't think the Duke basketball team would get in trouble for raping unless they were getting in trouble for raping each other's ass.
Oh, you're one of the people that hates Duke. Yeah, I forgot. When it comes to Duke basketball, they've got to be the most hated college team. Why is that, Earl?
I don't know if it's a privilege thing, but that they're there every year.
How many, privileged schools do we have in this country? I don't hear all they hate at Stanford. That's a fairly privileged school. Most colleges you're somewhat privileged to get into, right?
Yeah.
And none of them are cheap.
No, none of them are cheap, but I think there's just they have a swagger, they have a slight arrogance to them.
And they don't in Miami. University of Miami doesn't have a swagger and an arrogance. And yet I don't see the hate.
Well, the football team is absolutely hated across the country.
I don't think so. I don't think in the same way that Duke basketball is. They're called criminals. That's more of a racial hate than it is a hate against the team itself.
But I just think that there is such a hate because, again, they're in the Final Four every year. The coach has no blemishes. There's no...
Do you have a college that you hate, Fez?
Yeah, USC.
Hate them?
Yeah. Just hate USC.
Because what they did to Bobby Kennedy, obviously. Sirhan, I believe he was associate professor at USC. And that's because how many times they beat Notre Dame football?
Yeah, exactly. How it goes. And that sense of entitlement.
Were you happy when they lost to Texas this year?
Oh, yeah, I was thrilled.
I would have been happier if it wasn't such an ugly, shitty game by both teams. I didn't want either team to win that. I really didn't. It was just like watching garbage on TV. This whole, hey, I love college football thing is a farce for drinking because the sport itself stinks. It's just awful.
I do love drinking.
Did.
Yeah.
Did, till you almost killed yourself.
It's like a backyard game where just everything goes.
It is. It's backyard. That's it. You have the two fastest guys run deep and jump higher, and that's their idea of a play. Hey, here's Turtle. Turtle, good to hear from you again, buddy. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Ron? Why are all the Duke haters coming out? I mean, it's an excellent school. What's with all the hatred?
I have no idea. We even had a reporter on that wrote a book about it, I guess a guy from North Carolina. But they do... That school is hated like no other. And I'm not even all that familiar with it. Other than basketball.
I understand it, Ron.
Yeah.
It's a quality program.
Yeah. From what I understand, too, is like it's hated because none of the locals from North Carolina go there. They're thought of rich people from up north, so they're like Yankees that are somehow, taking over the South for a little while. I guess they get all the hot chicks. I don't know what it is.
And I think it's also very isolated.
Weird.
Also,
I'm picking it up from Earl too. There,
yeah, Earl has it himself. Earl has it himself.
I'm a UNC man. University of North Carolina.
Earl, you've never gotten out of Queens.
My family's from there.
The furthest you've been west is Broadway. You've been Broadway and you've never even made it over the 9th or 10th, and I'm dying for you to get in that neighborhood. I'm dying for you to walk around Hell's Kitchen. Hey, Oswald, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, man, I was just wondering what Fez's problem what's his problem with the University of South Carolina Gamecocks?
No, not that USC.
The real USC.
No, because I definitely, how could you hate the Cox?
I do have a problem with people calling that school USC. I'm sorry, I know you have the same initials. You didn't get there in time. That's not your school.
They've got a lot of nerve slapping those initials on anything. Trying to go off of the Trojan heat.
Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Part of the reason everybody hates Duke is just, simply put, Christian Laettner.
Yeah, we all hate Christian Laettner, but I don't blame an entire school for that. My worst thing about that big goof, even more than the way he won, is that he fucking polluted the Dream Team. And every time that ESPN Classic runs that Dream Team special that I love so much, my favorite team of all time, I've got to sit there and look at fucking Christian Laettner riding the pines. It drives me nuts.
Didn't Isaiah lose his spot because of that mutt?
Isaiah lost his spot because Michael Jordan didn't want him there. That's why he wasn't there, because he didn't play nicely with Michael Jordan throughout his life. Now, Earl, I saw you just get pushed by Eastside. What happened?
No, I was clapping, and he couldn't hear what I was.
You're allowed to enjoy the show from your hole. Why should he push you when he sees you clapping?
I don't think it's going to work out between those two roommates.
Push him back. Shove him back. Way back. I can't believe that Eastside is acting like somebody else is keeping the job from being done. Don't you get up and come in here. It is not a place for you today. You stay over there. Fez is up. He's in a good mood today, and I'm keeping him in the game.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Everybody feed Fez. Fez, just stay under the board. I just want you to hang down there. And I'm going to go for the assist record. But I want to see you up and stuffing the ball.
There was a study out talking about privileged universities, 2 Ivy Leagues. I think Cornell and Princeton.
Are you tying this all in together then?
Putting it all together.
Segue, I love it. See? Leave him in the game. That's where he belongs.
These 2 schools, they did a study, Cornell and Princeton. They said nearly a fifth of the student body there are cutters or self-mutilators.
So hot.
Almost 20% of the student body is slicing themselves because of depression.
Here's what you're not realizing. It's not because of depression. It's to look attractive to the other sex. You're saying 20%. No guys are doing this. So you're basically saying 40% of the girls.
Oh, yeah, so it's got to be even a huger number.
About 40.
Yeah.
Of the whole of the girls are sitting there cutting themselves because, let's face it, they're fat, they don't have the hair they wanted, and there's a slight gap between their teeth. So why not run a razor up the foot and just think about it?
And this is supposed to be the best and the brightest, the Ivy League kids.
You know what happened? We got the kids off dope. That's where we fucked up. You don't see anybody high cutting themselves. They're fucking cutting up coke. That's what you're doing with that razor blade. Me and all my friends had razor blades all the time. Never once did we run one across our hands. Too busy chopping that fuck. Anyway, forget it. I don't want to get back into that. But that's my point. Let the kids get high. Maybe they'll stop cutting themselves. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, the bottom line is about Duke. People do not like winners. I mean, every year, they're always, perennial favorites, whatnot. Same with the Yankees. Same with, the old Dallas Cowboys. People just don't like winners.
All right, I understand, but why hate the entire university? Why not just hate the basketball team? Why take it upon to everybody there is hateable? I mean, don't you think a lot of people go to college and don't give a shit about the basketball team?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All these stoners, for instance. And in your case, the cutters.
Right.
You ever into the self-mutilation thing at all, Fez?
No, I don't think so. Well, sometimes I used to, bite my finger when I would get nervous. But that would be about it.
Wishing it was a cock. I was a cutter, and I never even brought this up in public before. I was a cutter, but not on myself. I had this girlfriend. I would just give her little slices. When I would feel anxious, if I could just get her blood flowing, and I'm not going to cut a vein unless she starts to fucking mouth off. Seriously, when I'm around my friends, I want your fucking pie hole shut. I'm fucking not playing with you. I am not playing with you. We go back to the room, and then the cutting begins. We go back to the room, and the cutting begins.
So there was never a time where you both weren't anxious? Because if you were anxious, she was getting cut, and then she's anxious.
Well, it's an interesting point you brought. I've never once thought about a woman's feelings. So until this, I mean, believe me when I tell you, this hit me like out of the blue. I'm sitting here, I feel like this is a breakthrough. She has feelings, too.
Yeah, she gets anxious as well.
And then there's probably wants and needs.
Oh, sure, yeah, desires.
All right, now I got some thinking to do.
Yeah, depression, joy, love.
All right, don't overwhelm me, for the love of God.
Yeah, it's not just anxiousness.
I can't have us all. This is too much. Suddenly the roof is open and I see there's a whole universe out there.
Yeah, she's got all those feelings.
You don't know her.
And her blood dripping down her leg.
I only knew her to have one feeling. Whoredom.
Is whoredom really a feeling?
I believe it is. Are you going to judge everything I say today? It feels like I can't express myself.
Just trying to get to the bottom of some things.
Phil, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. There was that earlier caller that said people hate Duke because they're always a winner and people hate a winner.
Mm-hmm.
It got me thinking that's probably why you guys are always so down on Eastside Dave.
He is a winner. God knows it. He's from the rich boy part of town. He was on the JV squad where I believe he hit 235 on JV. 235. And led the league. And nobody knows this about Eastside Dave. He led the league in hitting in the ground double plays. That is unbelievable. This guy could hit a ground ball at, you name a member of the infield, he can hit a ground ball to him.
He must be a winner. He's gotten a medal anytime he's gone to those Olympics that he goes to. Every time.
He would say to the coach, watch me wake up the second baseman on this. There it is, a fucking ground ball with no eyes. A blind ground ball directly at the second baseman. He would yell like this, let's turn two. The fucking rally killer is what they used to call him. The rally killer. Here is Ty. Ty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, the rapist at Duke and this little black eye. Hell, USC had one. Well,
tried to make a skin coat out of Ron and Nicole, it's time Duke got a black eye. They deserve one.
What's he saying, Fez? I don't understand Hayseed.
He's saying everyone should hate USC because of OJ.
Well, personally, I don't, because A, that was OJ's wife. Who am I to step in? And B, I believe we've all had bad service in restaurants before.
OJ had your thing, and when he felt anxious, he'd cut the girl.
Again, are we going to make this about me?
No, I'm just saying it's a case study.
Yeah, well, I don't want you to do a case study. Don't lump me in with anybody else. As a matter of fact, I'm taking you off the case. Because your crazy theories about women having their own.
But I finally have
feelings.
2 case studies.
Here is Greg. Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was just offering an invitation to Fezzy. I was a little worried about his day in the hospital on Friday. I was wondering if he wanted to come out and spend a weekend with me in the Hamptons and get a little blowjob.
Fez, what do you think?
No, I think I'm going to be resting up after my nuclear tests.
What about you and Rory Hamptons? Spend a weekend out there.
If we could relax, sure.
Again, with your case study, he has feelings too. Sometimes they're anxious feelings. Sometimes they're feelings of shame. Sometimes he'd like to get on top. Glenn, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
I got a very specific reason to hate Duke, and that's because of a last-second buzzer-beater shot by Christian Laettner to beat my Wildcats.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You can't hate a guy for hitting the fucking shot. He hit the shot. What are you going to do? I hate the fact that he went to the Dream Team. He shit all over that bench through an entire Olympics. Up by 40. Here comes Laettner in there with those skis that he calls fucking feet. I have never seen feet that long in my life.
I think they're going to use Christian Laettner to play the autistic kid who hit those 6 3-pointers at the end of his high school game.
I'd rather see that kid on the Dream Team. I'm going to tell you the truth. I really would. I'd rather see him out there. Send Bronx Johnny in. I heard a little story about him. Come on in, Bronx Johnny. Bronx Johnny, of course, has been taking care of Fez through his illness.
My Ecuadorian nurse.
Yeah.
It's going to wheel me to the doctors on Friday.
Well, he helps you deal with that phantom pain, so that's exciting.
It's real.
Johnny, I heard a little story about you last weekend. I heard you had a getaway weekend.
What do you mean?
I heard that you and somebody shacked up for a little getaway weekend.
Not last weekend.
That's what I heard from a certain red-headed spy I have.
Well, your spy is wrong.
Is that right?
Yeah.
He says to me, hey, Johnny's out front waiting. He's got a hotel, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. None of that happened, huh?
Nothing happened.
Let me tell you something. It's like you're fucking wiretapped when you're back there around that son of a bitch. It's like you're on Entertainment Tonight. He's running a gossip column out of that room.
Man, he don't know how to keep his mouth shut.
Where did Bill get cupcakes? Why is Bill enjoying beautiful cupcakes?
We have him saved. Patty just brought him in, dropped him off.
What was the worst fucking phrase that you said during that?
Patty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about a cupcake, do you think that's what I want to think?
Sorry.
Let's play yesterday's O&A show while we enjoy cupcakes.
We got fucking ruined T-shirts in here. Well, at least I know Bill's eating them one after another.
Bill, you're disgusting.
Where are they from? Starbucks cupcakes?
Yes.
Earl, you don't have any great bakeries in this town?
Yes, there's plenty.
But do you ever come in here with nice fucking fresh cupcakes?
No.
No. What's that mean?
I'll bring in some pastries tomorrow.
But no, I don't want pastries. I want you to go down Magnolia, act like one of the homeless guys, and see if you can't get a free cupcake. You know, I got a local bagel place near me. And every time you're in there, a homeless person will come in and they'll ask for a free bagel, and they'll make it up for them.
That's nice.
And that's what you don't get in the chain. In the chain, you wouldn't even be allowed to do that. And I'll see those women go, like, give me a minute, Stanley. They'll yell at him. Then I look over, and they're giving this guy coffee and juice and a bagel, cream cheese, the whole thing. I'm like, I want to sit here and support these people. And not that stupid fucking chain, you know the one I'm talking about, that's 3 doors down.
That's cool, because that's actually feeding the homeless.
That's right, Fez. You've summed it up perfectly.
Earl, follow your hero, the Junkyard Dog, tomorrow and grab them cakes.
Will do.
Brent, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Hey, you had a caller a little while ago that said OJ went to USC. Well, he's wrong. OJ went to Southern Cal, not USC.
OJ went to USC, my friend, and I don't want to take anything away from you. I'm sure you have a fine university, but USC is Southern Cal. They got there now. First. That's their name. Everything else is crazy talk.
Come on, Ronnie. We're 1801, man.
I don't care what your record is. The name belongs to somebody else. I could start calling my team the Yankees, and it's not going to make me the Yankees. I could say, hey, Earl, I got a band called the Beatles. Make sure you come out and see me. I can't get away with that. The name belongs to somebody else.
And while we're at it, could I tell Oklahoma State University that Ohio State University is OSU? Even though the Cowboys try to get away with that?
Let's focus on one at a time, Fuzzy. I don't want everything to become a case study with you. Every time I turn around, Johnny, Fuzzy's loading up case studies one after another. So the rumors going around about you were a lie.
That was a lie. I had plans to do such as, but it didn't work out.
What happened, bro?
She was really sick this weekend.
Uh-oh. You got anything planned this weekend?
I got work this weekend, so...
Yeah. So everything's still working out?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
You're still happier than you've ever been?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Happier than he's ever been. And this woman, she lied to you last weekend. She did not show up.
No, faked an illness.
She didn't really lie, though. She was really bad.
What's the worst thing about her? What's the worst thing about Frenchie?
Just the distance, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
That's more my fault, though.
She is distant. She's crazy.
It's like where she lives and stuff.
Oh, yeah. She lives way people central.
That's pretty deep out there.
Look who's on the line right now. She's from Frenchie. Hey, Frenchie.
Hi, guys. How are you?
What happened with the big stand-up last weekend?
Well, next time I'm sick, and also the next time my daughter's father's an asshole, I'm going to make sure I call Dave first.
You know what?
So that everybody gets the information.
Here's the interesting thing. Remember last time Dave was telling me rumors about you guys, and then I find out he's the drunk in the middle of all the problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just have my daughter's father get in contact with Dave directly.
Well,
that way I don't even have to deal with him.
What's the problem with Baby Daddy?
Baby Daddy drama.
Yeah. Does Baby Daddy know about Johnny?
Baby Daddy doesn't even know about Johnny.
No. Okay. Johnny, if you have to, you'll go down there and shoot the whole town up, right?
I would, yeah.
Sure. I understand that.
All right. I have to go because I'm at work.
Bye-bye, honey.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, Frenchie.
Don't hurt this kid. He's like a little gem.
All right.
How quick before you get her pregnant? That seems to be seriously. That's how you can keep her in. You can keep her close.
It would have been last weekend.
I always like to keep them. I like to get them pregnant right away. 4 or 5 months into it, I said, "Look, I'm not interested. I like to get you a late term. I like to put up the money for a late term."
That's awful.
Sometimes they're attached by then, though.
What do I care? Seriously. When you say they, who do you mean?
The women.
Okay, again, it's back to their feelings, right, Fez?
Yeah, they have feelings.
You know what you are, my friend?
What?
Feminist. You are a feminist. Hey, Lo. Well, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to tell you, I had a previous caller say that South Carolina, 1801, I think he thought it was a record. That's when we were founded, which was before Southern Cal. So if you talk about first is first,
no,
it's got to be South Carolina.
Brother, I got to tell you something. When you want to get the name USC, it's the same as in stand-up. Whoever gets it to TV first wins. USC has been called... Cal. Yeah, Southern Cal has been called USC on television since the 50s.
The last time South Carolina played Southern Cal was in 1983, and it was the USC versus Southern Cal in Columbia. We won.
Thank you very much. I had to put you on their fucking schedule every year. That's how I'll get even with you. And I don't even like USC, but you have a name, you got to stick with it. You gotta have some kind of order to this crazy universe.
This is the problem with South Carolina. They started the name first and got passed up. That's where the hate comes from.
They weren't calling themselves USC. They were calling themselves South Carolina. And everybody calls that school South Carolina. And in the last few years, about the last decade, we started that, USC. Oh, you go to USC in L.A.? No. The other USC.
I'm surprised they don't just try going with Southern Car instead of Southern Cal.
You know what I'm going to do? I'll take USC away from everybody. I'll take it. Nobody will be USC. Is that what we're after?
Well, someone's got to be USC.
Not necessarily, Fez. Johnny, you ever cook for Frenchie?
Nah, I don't really do that.
What do you make? Some kind of black beans and rice?
Nah, man.
What's the big Ecuadorian food?
I guess seco de chivo. People like to eat that a lot. That's
Perdone?
That's goat stew, but it tastes really good. It tastes like real beef.
Why wouldn't it? Goat stew? Sure, it sounds wonderful. Sounds like fucking roadkill soup. God bless you. You seem like a nice guy. I can't eat with you though. But, here's the thing. Can you order that out in a restaurant? Or you just don't
you probably could. I wouldn't order it at a restaurant.
No, me neither. I wouldn't. I couldn't do it. Now, Fez, do you ever have any foods like this you can only eat if you get them the way that you like? Like, for me, I love potato salad the way I grew up with it. But if I go out to a restaurant and I get their version of potato salad, it tastes like garbage to me.
I am the exact same way. Egg salad, though. I cannot, go to a deli and have an egg salad sandwich whatsoever.
I just had a bad memory when you gave me your mom's egg salad sandwich.
And hers is the only egg salad I can eat.
Remember you gave it to me on the air. I was all happy. I had some food.
Yeah.
And it was so fucking awful. There's relish in it. And some kind of dripping. And I don't know what it is. It's a bodily fluid. But how can you ruin... I mean, you can't even ruin egg salad. And yet, she's found a way. And she's ruined you on the rest of egg salad.
Yeah, I can never have anyone else's egg salad.
Or what about for you? Is like one food that you can only have it the way you like? It doesn't even mean if it's just by your mom, but...
Sweet potato pie.
Really?
Yes.
You ever tried it anywhere else?
I've tried it other places.
Because it's not a common dish.
It's not a common dish, but it has to be made a certain way, and it has to be chilled slightly. Because most people serve it really warm, and it gets real sloppy and icky.
Fucking starving. We got any now?
No.
Why don't you call your mom and have her send over a couple pies? All right, Dave, I'm going to let you say it from the other room, but you're not going to move on anywhere.
I can only eat my daddy's pork chops, nice and thick.
Now, is that his balls? Nice and thick? Daddy's pork chops?
No, those
You're
are
licking
daddy's.
His loins?
They're made from pigs, and they're so thick. Every other type of pork chop that I've had at a restaurant.
How does he prepare them?
He prepares them in this egg milk batter, and then he puts some breadcrumbs on them. And
it's
so
fucking shake and bake. You're making a big deal about shake and bake.
And Dave helped.
Just like your mom's box cake.
Oh, daddy's pork chops.
Yeah, I can't get over some of this stuff. I hate to say other people have taste for shit, but sometimes it comes off that way. I can't trust Dave now when it comes to food. I cannot. Let's take a break. We'll be right back, Ron and Fez.
It's the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
It's Jimmy Norton Day, appearing at Tower Records Lincoln Center this Friday the 9th, starting at 6 p.m. 200 free copies of HBO's One Night Stand, the special that Jimmy did on HBO. He'll be signing those. Plus, everyone will be getting a one-episode preview DVD of his new show on HBO, Lucky Louie. That's all Friday, starting at 6 o'clock at the Tower Records Lincoln Center.
Sounds like a lot of fun, Fezzy.
Yeah, that should be a good time.
Kid's going off like a rocket, huh?
Oh, yeah, big weekend for him. I'll start with Jimmy Norton Day on Friday.
Big weekend for me, too. I'm going to clean out the garage, so everything's happening well in my life.
Finally.
Yeah.
Good for you.
One step at a time, my friend, one step at a time.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, they've sold the pictures of their new baby, and proceeds going to charity.
Why don't they just sell their new baby? How much did they get for the kid?
What I've heard is $40 million to People Magazine.
$40 million.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard $40 million.
You're out of your mind. How could baby pictures be worth $40 million?
Let me see if I haven't fucked this up completely and it's $4 million.
$4 million even sounds like crazy, but not, like you could see how you can make that money back.
So I think they hadn't mentioned the charity yet, and They hadn't mentioned who exactly had paid the price, but the rumor was that it was going to be, $4.1 million.
All right.
What a stupid thing to say, $40 million. I should have known that sounded wrong when I said it.
No, you didn't. You were all smiling. $40 million!
Still a lot of money, though, for baby pictures.
Oh, it's $36 million knocked off, though, Earl. It's still, I consider it a bargain now. Marked down. Now, I got to tell you the truth. Normally, I'd be like, fight these bastards. Don't give over the pictures of your baby. But they're going to get the picture anyway. And why not help some other kids? But it's a sick society that we live in, that anyone feels the need to see somebody else's kid.
Yeah, and the way they did it was they brought in their own photographer. The pictures are already done, so it's not even like the magazine that's buying these are coming in to photograph the kid. You're getting
the
handed
picture
pictures.
of the kid is out. You know what I'm saying? Your kid is being exposed to the world, and these people, face it, they really don't have a choice. They could do something with it, or have people hanging around in the treetops around their house. Now, it's in the old days, it used to be you leave the kids out of it. Now people follow around this little Britney Spears baby like that kid would somehow have done something. It's very bizarre where this society has gotten. Hey, Dave, I lost you. His question was, Earl, who's doing the pad data? What's happening over there?
It says Brangelina baby.
Ron and Fez, what's your name?
That's what it should say.
Well, what about all day? You feel like you're on top of it?
Yeah.
You excited about it?
Uh-huh. I'm really,
Matt, where you from?
I'm changing it as quickly as we can move it.
Brad, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Good.
Would pictures of Angelina having the baby be worth $4 million?
Of her actually spreading and giving birth? If I saw the head crowning, I might pay $4 million.
I think she went cesarean.
I still want to see her legs spread and the picture there. And even if I got to put a doll's head there, I'll do it for $4 million. I do not want to see a cesarean for that kind of money. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, 4916.
And they had to do it cesarean, Fezzy, because the baby would smother trying to get past those lips, they said.
Guys, I wanted to call Earl out because a little bit earlier he had Brad and Jen on the pad data, and I don't know what he's doing, but he's got to pay a little more attention.
All right, say people have busted you, Earl.
So I wrote Brangelina baby.
You wrote
read it now.
Brad and Jen. You want them to get back together. You are a member of Team Aniston, and there's nothing we can do about that. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, Marco, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, how you doing, man?
Don't worry about us, man.
Yeah, I'm not, man. Don't worry. I'd like to see, man, I paid $4 million to see Angelina making that baby. And by the way, I just finished my community service work at the soup kitchen. Does that mean I get to have my way with Westside?
Wow, man, he's lined them up on you today, Eastside. They're lining them up on you. Here's Pete. Pete, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ron, great show. I was wondering, in my experience, it seems like beautiful parents make ugly babies, and ugly parents make beautiful babies. I don't know what you think about that.
You know, the thing is, like, you'd like to believe in breeding, but I don't even know how well it works in horses. If you really think about it, you look at Cher, big star, big singer, Chastity Bono. Our greatest singer is probably Frank Sinatra, his son, Frank Jr. It is really tough to pull it off 2 generations in a row. Now, Elvis, beautiful daughter, beautiful granddaughter.
Yeah, he's kept it going, not where it's like skipped a generation.
Hey, Roy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
The reason the photographers keep following around Britney Spears' baby is because at any given moment it could be dropped on its head.
Now, I know people love that angle, but most of the time you don't hear about people and their kids. It's nobody else's business. Yet with this baby, they are obsessed with them.
I think if you followed around any first-time mom with an 8-month-old, you'd probably see more of these Britney Spears-type moments than you would figure on.
White people are so scared of black people.
Figure.
Oh, sorry.
Black people are so scared of white people.
I took it back for you. Here is Brian. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys. How you guys doing?
Don't worry about us.
I just want to say, Ron, no matter how fucked up things get on that show, you always seem to take things in control and get things going, no matter what. And I want to say you're the best.
What happened, bro? What are you bringing up?
Just everything, you know. You got Eastside Dave's always fucking up here and there. You got Black Earl that's got his little torques here and there, and you know, you just always seem to bring everything together, man. You're the man, Ron.
You know what? One of these days they're going to find out I'm out on the road with Vernon Reed. They are going to see that I am following my real dream to be a rock and roll star, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. Not really, but since yesterday, after meeting Vernon, I do.
You definitely live the rock and roll lifestyle.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Earl. It means a lot to me. You stand up to me like that. It took a lot of balls for you to sit there and pay me a compliment, but somehow you manned up and you did it. Here is Jack. Jack, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Hey, Paul McCartney did it the right way. He cared about the safety of his kids. Nobody ever even saw a picture of him.
Well, I mean, that was a different world, too. You know what I mean? Like, he's not living in L.A. or New York. In America, you're going to have pictures of your kids. Now, have you heard about McCartney's wife and some nude pictures coming out?
No, I haven't heard about this one.
Yeah, it was all over one of those crazy shows yesterday. Apparently, some nude pictures of her and this guy, I guess they were modeling pictures, come out. Just as she's got a book coming out about how to keep your life together and make your marriage good. Whoever paid for this book has gotten screwed over big.
She's completely nude in these. She's not even wearing her leg.
Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how are you doing?
Hey.
Hey, the reason that people are so they want to have such an interest in Britney Spears' baby is that the baby already has a higher IQ than both parents.
Boy, they're rough on those fucking hayseeds. What's his name, K-Fed? That K-Fed takes I mean, I know he signed up, he won the lottery. But then he's getting called an asshole every day of his life. You hit it big, and people just hate you for it.
What did he say the other day? It was something like, if I stay home and take care of my wife and baby, I'm just a gold digger. I'm a lazy bum.
White people are so scared of black people.
Digger.
That time you wasn't. I was watching you. You had a little faux pas. Okay, go ahead.
And then he says if he goes out, he's just trying to make if he tries to do his music career, he's no good because he's just trying to make a...
Well, he didn't have a music career. It's like me suddenly saying I have a music career because I'm best friends with Vernon Reed. You don't get to make that leap completely. Oh, by the way, Earl, you're out with me and Vernon. We're both pissed.
What'd I do?
Yeah, too many cooks around the broth. We don't like it.
Oh, man.
He also said it's not like I can go out and work construction.
Yes, you can.
I didn't understand that.
No one's going to stop your narrow ass.
Yes, you can go out and get any job you want.
I don't mind the guy. I think the smart thing would have been to stay home and just lay around the pool and get high. That's what I would have done.
The latest picture of her I saw in Drudge, I think it was last week, that she's hired what they're calling a manny, where she's got this big kid who's being a nanny to the baby.
She'll end up blowing that kid. Hey, Bob. Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, spy report.
Good. We need a spy
Billy
report.
Preston has died for 666.
Are you serious?
That's what CNN has on their website.
Earl, have you heard this story? Billy Preston dead?
I knew he was sick for a while. He was really sick, but I didn't know if he passed away.
Sicker.
That's the fifth Beatle, Billy Preston.
You...
Yeah, coming from AP, singer-songwriter Billy Preston has died. Right now it's just a headline, no further details there.
That's terrible news. What was wrong with him, Merle? You said he'd been sick for a while?
He had a variety of health ailments. I think some liver, kidney. He was sick for a really long time. But like you said, he was pretty much the fifth Beatle, especially in the. He was on the Get Back sessions, the only guy to get credit on a Beatles record. As far as, the Beatles featuring Billy Preston. He toured with the Stones. He was a feature player with the Stones.
So it had a hell of a run, right?
He had an amazing run, and he had a great solo career.
Here is Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
When is this Beatles curse going to come to an end?
All right, let's go over the Beatles curse, all right? Obviously, you got John Lennon.
Dead.
George Harrison.
Toast.
Their manager, what was his name?
Brian Epstein.
Gone.
Stu Sutcliffe, the original bass player.
Stu, their original. Gone.
Stu Cliff.
Yeah, Stu Cliff is definitely done.
Stu Sutcliffe, and there was...
Muni. Let's go. If you want to go through the fifth Beatles. Muni. Alan Freed. Wasn't he like a fifth Beatle for a while?
No, that was Murray Decay.
Murray Decay?
Murray Decay.
What's his story?
He was always... Is
he dead or
He's
alive?
very dead, yes.
What do you mean very?
Can only be so much, Earl.
But, yeah, that's a pretty big Beatle curse.
It is.
And Linda's dead.
Linda McCartney's dead. Then Paul's second wife, her leg died.
And Ringo's first wife is dead, too, Maureen Starkey.
She is? What happened there?
Cancer.
Damn. Those unlucky Beatles.
Eric Clapton played on them with While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
He's alive.
And his son died.
I'll get away, please. Seriously. Don't be doing people's sons' jokes. Earl, I never asked you to swing at anybody before, but start swinging at that raw chicken-eating bastard. Put some salt on a chicken and then eat it. Yesterday, he tried to say that he wanted to eat raw chicken on the show. Wouldn't let him do it.
Ridiculous. Billy Preston, they're saying, died of chronic kidney failure. He had been in a coma since November.
I thought he was just quiet. I had no idea that's what was going on. I thought he was shy. Up to that point, I thought he was just press shy. Here's Fred. Fred, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, talk about the Beatles curse. What about Ringo?
What about him?
He's still alive.
Well, I mean, only his talent is dead. Talk about the luckiest man who's ever walked on the face of the earth. He drums basically like a wind-up monkey, like one of those wind-up monkey toys. And then that's who the guys he happens to hook up with.
Walks into it.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, buddies?
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention Pete Best. What about him?
Pete Best is doing well. He's a mailman in Liverpool. You know, it always got on my nerves. Those guys, even at the end, couldn't throw him some fucking money. Just say, you know what? You don't deserve it. You missed the big swing. But here's $1 million each from us. What would that have fucking hurt? Here's, I don't have your name. Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you?
Hey, hi, this is Maria. The worst thing about the Beatles curse is that Yoko Ono's still alive. And this one time at band camp, I put a French fry in my pussy. Does that get me to get it on with Dave's girlfriend? Wow,
Dave, that's brutal. Your mom's on line 4, Dave. You got to call her back later. You're having fries tonight. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Steve. Steve, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, man, you guys are awesome. I just got to say, Black Earl, he fucking amazes me, man. I don't know where he gets his information from, whether it's on a computer somewhere or what, but the way he comes up with these facts just blows my freaking mind.
When Earl talks about music, you're hearing his heart, my friend. That is nothing but love. That's all off the top of his head. Muni gave his when Muni died, he gave his vast knowledge of music to Black Earl.
It just totally astonishes me.
You do love the music, don't you, Earl?
Yes, I do. Very passionately about it, and I just follow it. I read up about it. And,
do you?
Yeah, and actually,
you read the fanzines? You sit there reading?
Like the big ones.
You have posters up on your wall of your favorite groups?
Not anymore.
Did you used to when you were younger?
Oh, of course.
Who was it?
I had a Living Color poster on my wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like 17.
Jack into it?
No.
Now, was that before you became friends with him?
It was after like the band really broke. That when the band breaks, you get better you get better merchandise.
So you had your friend's picture up on your wall.
Yeah, pretty much. It wasn't even a band picture because that was
a picture of Vernon.
That's really odd.
No, the thing with Living Color was, and it was always like a complaint with a lot of my friends. They didn't put They were very careful about putting the band's face on any promotional items. Like the first video they ever did, they were hardly in it.
Well, they were black, and they were trying to sell records.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Brown Eye, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Earl, I love you to death and play more funk, but this pad data thing, I mean, I don't know how long it takes to change, but the whole time you're talking about Billy Preston, you got Brad and Angelina up there.
Earl, people love the pad data. You got to change it all times.
Change it as quickly as I could.
Changes. Just put that through your head, Bowie. Just put Bowie when you don't have anything else, so they know that you're changing. Peter, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for sounding like you're on AM radio.
The Beatles released an album called Anthology a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they put some money on there, some tracks on there for Pete Best with him playing drums, and he was able to get some royalties out of that.
That's not the same thing as after all these years, like let's say 75, 78, when they're all multiple millionaires, and this fucker's walking around Liverpool in the rain delivering people's mail. They couldn't have peeled off, let's say $100,000 each, which they're not even going to notice.
It would be so embarrassing to run into him in that situation.
What are they going to do? How would they see him? Do you know how above it all they were by that point? And he was just a regular guy. He had to eat. Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, guys, I just wanted to say Billy Preston hung around with the Beatles and the Stones because they just wanted to say they knew a black guy.
You know what? Earl likes racism as much as anybody else. Billy Preston died today, and that was Earl's favorite keyboard player of all time. That was the guy Earl wanted to grow up to be.
He's a phenomenal musician. Unbelievable. He toured with Ray Charles, Little Richard. One of the greats.
Not anymore, bro.
59 years old.
His mother, God bless his soul. Mikey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Scott Beanie's dead. He's a Beatles curse, ain't he?
Yeah, we already threw that in. Scott was all part of it. Was he the fifth Beatle, Earl?
I don't know about the fifth, but he's definitely 6 or 7.
All right, he's 7.
Him and Lennon were very close.
All right, well, me and Vernon Reid are fucking close. I don't bring that up.
You still going on tour?
Maybe. Maybe I am. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Don't worry about me.
I know, you don't care. All right, let's see here. We got Earl with the pad data. It's changing instantly. I don't know what people are complaining about.
I really never want to hear the word pad data on the air again.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
It's too much. Earl, Fez, you can see it from your angle. I don't have a view of it. Do you feel like you're keeping an eye on him as the show goes along?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep an eye over there. Yeah. Right now it's fine. But I will be watching Black Earl.
So does Black Earl get the point today over him completely, or what?
Oh, yeah, Team Bennington is out. Because basically, Dave has not been allowed into this room today. And nothing that he's done. Just the sickness of finding out that he ate raw chicken yesterday. And telling people, hey, if you have spoiled food, pour salt on it. And then him saying at the end of the show, this is what infuriated me, I had some raw chicken, I was going to come on the air and eat it, but you guys didn't ask me to.
How would we ever know in our lives to ask anyone to eat raw food?
You get the feeling to eat raw chicken, just start walking through that door munching on it. And believe me, you will have our undivided attention.
Like you're Abdullah the Butcher with a raw drumstick hanging out of your face.
All right, Billy Preston, some people call him the fifth Beatle. Pop star has hung around since the 60s, dead today on 666. Hey, Steven, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend worked security at a Billy Preston show.
So I got my own radio show.
And Billy Preston got him back in his trailer and came on to him sexually, wanted to have sex with him.
Well, Dom DeLuise did that with a friend of mine, but you don't hear me bragging about it. Maybe your friend is just beautiful. Maybe any straight guy would. Had you heard those Billy Preston rumors before?
Yes.
I'm not George Bush. I don't care who's gay and who's straight. Doesn't matter to me. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Yeah.
I have a question for the guru there, Black Earl.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to the Fat Boys? They came out about the same time Run DMC did. I can't find their stuff anywhere.
Fat Boys both passed away, didn't they, Earl?
The biggest one, I forgot his name. The Human Beatbox had a heart attack on tour.
Right.
And I think the other two are still alive.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So there's not really a Fat Boys curse. Just one's gone.
Curse of birth. The curse to be making all that money and not be able to get up and do anything for it. That's sad. Here's Jose. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I'm wondering how much the photographer that takes a picture of Michael Jackson's kids, how much money you think they're going to get? Because never seen their faces because they're always wearing veils.
Well, he's raised his children. Michael Jackson, you never get to see his kids. He's raising his kids to be beekeepers. He keeps them 100% of the time ready to walk up to a hive.
His big ex-wife, Debbie Rowe, still suing to try to get custody back of those two kids. And I wonder if she wins this somehow, she'll unmask them for the public.
Fezzi, all you got to do is throw her about $32,000. She'll walk away from the whole thing. When she say, I want my kids back, it means I need some more money.
Lunch money, $32,000 for her.
Here is Michael. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Bad enough that Mr. Preston died today, but do you have any idea if he died in the 13th hour?
I think he did, and he was on the 13th floor. And maybe this is all the devil was looking for today on 666. Maybe now his appetite has been whet.
That's what he was after. It's a win for Satan today.
What was Billy Preston? What did we play earlier? Nothing from Nothing?
Nothing from Nothing, I think.
And what was the other big hit? Round in Circles?
Yeah, Will It Go Round in Circles is huge.
I've got a song, I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends. I've got a song, I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my friends. Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? Will it go round in circles? Will it fly high like a bird up in the sky? I've got a story, ain't got no mouth.
Now, Billy Preston always reminded me of Leon Russell. And then you haven't heard of Leon Russell in decades.
Yeah, I mean, Leon Russell still tours.
Where?
Probably in the South. I mean, they were kind of connected in a way. I think Billy Preston was on Leon Russell's label.
Was he part of that Mad Dogs and Englishmen tour with Joe Cocker?
No, but he did the concert for Bangladesh. I mean, Billy Preston stole the show at the concert of Bangladesh. And Leon Russell was a part of that also.
Ain't got no steps, no. I'm gonna let the music move me around. I've got to dance.
Hey, T. Peddler, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ed Sullivan introduces the Beatles on TV. He's dead.
Beatles curse. The Beatles curse.
He is gone.
Yeah.
He was one of the first to get caught up in it, I think.
Lloyd, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Hey, I miss heart-stopping Fez.
Oh, boy, don't even talk about that.
If Ringo was so shitty, would he be the dung Beatle?
I guess he was the funny Beatle, right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of not like he was the witty one, let's face it. That was John. So he kind of was the dumb funny one.
Yeah, I guess you'd have to say silly Beatle.
Right. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Listen, I thought Murray K was the fifth Beatle.
Murray the K didn't even have a last name. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here's Mike the teacher. Hey, Mike, how are you, buddy?
Good. I just want to let you guys know a little SNL trivia. October 11, 1975, the very first Saturday Night Live musical guest was Billy Preston.
You know, I didn't even know that.
Ian.
Did not know that. I knew about Genesee.
Yeah, George Carlin was host. They also had, that was Andy Kaufman doing the Mighty Mouse thing. They had the Muppets and Valerie Bromfield.
Yeah, it was just a clusterfuck of a show, huh? Hey, yeah. Mike the Teacher is on a brand new DVD and CD, I guess, huh, Mike?
Yeah, I just put out a little electronic thing by myself, and I sent it to Troma, and Lloyd's team decided to throw one of my songs on that Poultry Guys thing, so thanks for the plug. I really appreciate it.
Now, have you seen it yet?
No, they're having a screening this Friday, but I can't make it because I have a gig coming up. But I can't wait because I have no idea. I don't even know the song they picked, but it was just so cool. And it was so cool to hear Lloyd on the show. He gets a little shticky sometimes, but he really, I think he was in Rocky. I think he had something to do with Saturday Night Fever. He's been in just about everything, knows everybody. That was a great segment.
Thanks, Mike. And tell people how to pick up your CD.
It's you can go to the website is gonogomusic.com. It's also on sale at cdbaby.com.
All right, my friend.
Appreciate it, guys, and I really bummed out about Billy Preston. He was a master. I got to see him live. Unfortunately, it was with Ringo Starr's first all-star band, which had Walsh and Levon Helm, but it was cool. I got to see Preston do exactly those two songs live, and that was really fucking cool, man.
You know, Ringo has always done such a brilliant thing of taking that out every couple of years, and it'll be just different guys, and they form one band, and then everybody does their hits.
Yeah, I got a little weird, but I was lucky to see the first tour. I'm trying to remember. It was Levon Helm, they had Billy Preston, they had Clarence Clemens, they had Nils Lofgren.
Danko was on that.
Yeah, and it was that's exactly it. So then each of those guys got to do a couple songs. So, you know, Walsh is doing Rocky Mountain, you know, so you got to really see a great... And so Ringo knows, you know, I don't have the chops or the songs really, but to see him do Yellow Submarine and stuff like that, it was really cool. But Preston just blew the fucking place away. He could just boogie like no one else.
Thanks very much, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Talk to you later.
See ya, Mike.
Mike the Teacher says he rocked today. Just rock to the core.
Go nogomusic.com.
Remember what I told you before when I heard it was going to be 666? I said keep an eye on Billy Preston.
Really?
I begged. I had a premonition.
Oh, man. Should have listened.
Premonition. Here is Tommy. Tommy, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, buddy?
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Tommy? Tommy?
Hey, bringing it back to... Yeah, I'm here.
Tommy, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Tommy?
Ronnie?
Go ahead.
Hey, bringing it back to the Michael Jackson thing. How about the fact that he owned the Beatles catalog, the music catalog?
He's still alive.
Yeah, well, he hasn't had the best of luck as far as his legal concerns go.
Well, I mean, if you think blowing kids is bad luck, that's up to you. He's enjoyed his ride. He's thought that he's done A-OK for himself.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hello?
Hello?
Is anyone there?
Yeah. Phone cheated out. Fuck.
Hey.
Hello.
All right. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Preston's worked on Let It Be Alone and made that album, man. Phenomenal. Remember the fifth Beatle, Clarence Walker, played the saxophone?
Bobo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hiya, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you know, I think I had this right, and it's kind of apocryphal. Billy Preston's first hit, I believe, was called That's the Way God Planned It. And he was an early guy to be signed to Apple Records.
Was he part of that early Apple thing? Was James Taylor?
Yeah, that Flying Machine band he had.
Oh, was that what it was, the Flying Machine thing?
Yeah.
Bobo, you seem to know a little bit. I wouldn't mind having you go head-to-head one day with Earl.
We could. I think we kind of know sort of different ends of the spectrum.
Hair versus hair.
Bobo listens to a lot of music that other people don't. And then he'll be like, oh my God, did you hear Slackjaw Willie passed away today? He was the #1 jug band player of the last 40 years.
If one of the categories is ukulele, Bobo will win.
Gotta love the ukulele. I read something, see if you know about this, because I don't recall hearing this, in one of the Billy Preston obituaries that's coming up on the net. It says that he did session work for Sly and the Family Stone playing organ. You ever hear that?
What I say to that is boom shakalaka boom shakalaka.
Wow, now.
No, I hadn't heard that either. Did you know this? I guess everybody played with everybody at one point or another, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't true, but I never heard that.
But a lot of those guys, they would just show up at each other's, studios and just hang out.
Yeah, and he ask Earl this, too. I think Billy Preston also started out in gospel, which is where he...
they all do.
He sort of ended up before his tax problems.
All right, my friend.
Okay, love you guys.
See you soon,
right,
Bobo. Hey, Ben, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, how you doing? I just wanted to recommend a song to you. Did you see the concert for George that Billy Preston played on?
Yeah, the Bangladesh concert.
Did a great cover of Isn't It a Pity? Thought you'd like that. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much. See, there's Ben, Fezzy, helping the show a little bit.
Isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? How we take each other's love without thinking anymore, forgetting to give back. Isn't it a pity? Billy Preston. Some things take so long, but how do I explain when not too many people can see we're all the same? And because of all their tears, their eyes can't afford to see the beauty that surrounds them. Isn't it a pity?
So, if you're just tuning in, Billy Preston passed away today on 666. Not a comfortable day to lose somebody on. Hey, Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yes, Dan, Ronnie, but I can see the next big biographical hit next year is Taylor Hicks is Billy Preston. It can open up on 6606.
I would not even doubt it for a second.
There's never an idle curse.
Well, they're all young. You know what I mean? Billy Preston hit 60, so... you're in that area. Anything new? I guess they're doing that big tour, right?
Yeah, the big tour. I don't know when that starts. It should be coming up. But, yeah, the big tour starts coming up, and Taylor has signed his record deal with Simon Cowell Records and Tapes, whatever it is.
I'm pretty sure that's not the name of it. Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I heard Billy Preston's last words were, man, decent.
Fat and black, baby got back. Man, this got a big black ass.
Fat and black, you got back. That's a very short song. Hey, Pete, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys. Hey, Fezzy, say hi to Billy on Friday after they beat that stent out of your chest.
Jeez.
Well, that's just mean to me and Billy both.
Fez, I hope everything works out Friday.
Yeah, me too.
If though, I'm going to give you a note for Billy Preston.
Put it in my suit jacket as they close the lid.
Well, I'm not going to waste money on a suit jacket for you. You're fine in just what you're wearing right now.
This old thing?
We'll be right back. Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, XM 202.
With the Ron and Fez Show, Billy Preston passed away today, 59 years old, chronic kidney failure. He died after being in a coma since November. He died in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Fez, that was a comma.
Oh, well, it was a long one. If you were gonna have to spend the rest of your life, and you could only listen to one musical artist for the rest of that life, who would it be?
Billy Preston. And I might be just caught up in the heat of today. I might just be having this thing hanging over me, but I think it would be probably Billy Preston.
Yeah, you may just be reacting to the news.
I honestly don't think I am.
A week or two from now, you may not want to stick with that.
All right, let's go over your little question again, Fezzy.
All right, if you could only listen to one musical artist, singer, group, whatever, one musical artist for the rest of your life...
Could I pick the We Are the World Singers, and that way I'm able to break off into all of them?
Nope, it has to be one artist. Who would it be? You're only listening to their music for the rest of your years.
Probably the smart thing to do would be somebody still alive, so occasionally you get some new hits. I mean, I know that the easy gimmick would be Beatles, but seriously. Now, if I pick the Beatles, would I get their solo work?
No, you would just get tracks done by the Beatles.
Now, if
as a group.
If I picked, let's say, Neil Young, am I getting the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young with that?
No.
That's crazy talk. I feel like that's all part of his catalog. Like, say, if I pick Paul Simon, I'm not getting Simon and Garfunkel?
I think once you go into a group...
A group, or is it just a duo? Where's your feelings on this one, Earl?
I think you would have to narrow it down to solo careers, and definitely, if it's Paul Simon solo, there's nothing wrong with Paul Simon solo, but I want a little S&G thrown in, too.
I don't see that as a problem. I really don't.
I think it's got to be one solo artist.
All right, that cost Neil Young, because I was also going to yell out Buffalo Springfield, and some of his DeVoe work. It's a crazy question. And here's Andrew. Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, definitely Prince.
Too Princey for me. I mean, I do like Prince. I don't know if I could just have Prince and nothing else.
Every day. Yeah, that might be a little bit much.
Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how about Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Love Stevie Ray Vaughan, but he died. And I'm not getting any new product. I'm honestly thinking about going with a living person. Just so I could keep it. Right now, Fez, I'm leaning. I'm not saying, because I would need a single artist, long career. I'm leaning towards Bowie. The good news there is I don't have to deal with Tin Machine now, because you're saying I can't go with any of the groups.
Yep, Tin Machine wouldn't count.
Chris, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
I'd have to pick Jim Morrison for my Doors.
Problem there is you're only getting 4 years' worth of music. It's a very limited amount of music.
You're going to tire fast.
Do I get live albums, Fez?
As long as it's by that artist.
Yes, it would be by that artist.
Yes.
Can I help it if somebody else shows up?
Like who?
Well, if somebody shows up on the live track.
Are they doing their own song?
I'm not saying. The point about this would be, let's suppose you pick Springsteen.
Uh-huh.
A live track, somebody shows up there. Let's suppose Patti Smith's on there. Can I listen to that song?
No.
So I'm going to listen to a whole live thing, except for...
That's going to be a blank.
Here is Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, you can always listen to Led Zeppelin.
Yes, you can, but also a limited amount.
Classics.
I mean, I think there should be a little Led Zeppelin in everybody's diet. But let's face it, that's not a whole lot of product you're getting. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
If I go to heaven, then it would be Rush. If I go to hell, then it'd have to be Stevie Wonder. Need a little something to pick me up.
I think you've got your heaven and hell confused, my friend. I think you're serving the devil. Anyone on this planet who breathes oxygen that could pick Rush over Stevie Wonder, they deserve this to actually happen to them.
Someone needs to fix these phones so Ron and Fez can do their show. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Why won't Wicked fix the telephones? Why won't Wicked? Why won't Wicked? How can you build a pyramid without the callers calling in? How can you give out a big-ass prize to losers like me who have no life? The Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio. Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio.
All right, so the phones did blow up on us there as we tried to debate this over. Now, Fezzy, I'm leaning towards Bowie, but I did not go yet.
All right, it's not written in stone.
Fez brought out this up, if you could only pick one artist to listen to for the rest of your life. I already have problems with the parameters of what you've set up here. I believe if you pick Neil Young, the body of his work also has Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Buffalo, Springfield, and everything must be represented.
And he's also had different solo groups. Sometimes he did work with Crazy Horse. Sometimes he did stuff with the Stray Gators.
And let's face it, those are really solo work. I don't give a fuck if it's called Crazy Horse. You think the guys in Crazy Horse are going, no, Neil, I'm going to play it this way. Because believe me, he'd have a new album coming out the following day. I got to tell you this, though. I'm walking down the street the other day. I think it was 62nd Street in New York, and I'm singing a song at the top of my lungs when I realized that the song that I'm singing is our phone's blowing up song. And it's really embarrassing because it's a nice little hooky song, but, our names are in it. And I'm like, Ron and Fez Show. And I'm thinking, what if I see someone I know? I'm singing a song about myself like a moron.
Boy, he really does sing his own praises. Literally.
Jay, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, guys, Big Ass Carlola, 1985.
Hoo-ah! Fine year, too.
Quick question. If I go with Van Halen, do I have to pick Roth or Hagar, or could I have them both?
See, Fez, there's so many holes in this game that you set up. What do you do with Van Halen?
I think Van Halen, they were always Van Halen no matter who the singer was. I think any Van Halen album is fine.
Well, then why not just pick The Temptations? Why not pick Menudo? Because it doesn't matter what it happens to be. So your problem has less to do with artists and more with this addiction to names that you have.
Names is what I'm going by.
All right, let me think if I could listen to this forever.
Rest of your life.
Yeah. Pick a pasta, choose a sauce. Here we go.
I live my life like there's no tomorrow. All I've got, I had to steal. We start on me, to beg or borrow.
No, I can't do it. I can't do this forever. Now, sure, if I'm down at Crystal Beach, Maryland, and I'm in some party in a cornfield, I'm going to fucking need this, but it's not going to be all the time.
On a 666 day, it feels like you could.
Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I got Steely Dan.
Wow, Steely Dan.
Rock and jazz.
You know, I do go through, come on, Earl, what are you doing? Out of all the Steely Dan stuff, I go through phases where I need a lot of Steely Dan in my life. But forever? No, can't do it forever. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Earl, pay attention, too, because the Greatest Hits comes out on this Friday. I would take replacements, anything written by Paul Westerberg for the rest of my life.
Great band. Everything, though? Now, I know Al Dukes could do this forever. This was his band. When you will be forgotten, we are the sons of no one, bastards of young. We are the sons of no one, bastards of young. The daughters and the sons. Earl, you on any obsessions lately where you're gotten over obsessed? Listen to anybody?
Stevie.
Yeah.
It's a big Stevie obsession right now.
I'm back into a Warren Zevon thing that I wish I could shake. I just, I can't get off of it. I cannot get off of it. It's terrible. How about you, Fez? Still listening to those wrestling albums?
Pile Driver, I get stuck on. Actually, George Harrison.
That you just heard a little while ago?
No, that I've been, like, the past 2 weekends. I keep throwing that CD in.
Which one?
The Greatest Hits.
Sure. Hey, Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez. You got to go with Sam Cooke.
No, I've never had a collection without Sam Cooke in it, and I don't like people who do. I don't know if I could do it all forever.
Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
First of all, Fez, I gotta tell you, it's an insane thing. You can't even do this. You cannot even properly do this. It's like saying if you can only have one food for the rest of your life.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Mine would be Pez. Cherry favorite Pez. I don't know. I think you have to, according to you, you've got to pick either spaghetti or meatballs.
That's a meal.
No, that's a duo. Does that mean you get garlic bread too? Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
One of the most unsung heroes in rock and roll, J.J. Cale, without question.
We just lost you as you're trying to make your point.
After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight, we're gonna chug and shine.
It's nice. I don't know if I can do it forever.
We're gonna cause talk and suspicion, give an exhibition, find out what it is all laid back. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. After midnight.
Hey, Tammy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Gonna shake your...
Hi, guys.
Hey.
I was just thinking, what about Jane's Addiction?
Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of product there. Oh, God, you are a hit maker. You go right for the fucking hit, Earl. Seriously.
It's the first thing that came up.
Of course it is.
You are everything that's wrong with radio today. Hey, Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
Hey, guys, good. How you doing?
Good.
If I only got one, I'd going back in that time machine for Roxy Music.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had a collection without Roxy Music in it my whole life.
Can't
insane
do it.
Not to, yeah.
Good luck Friday, Fez.
Thank you.
That's nice for you, Fez. This might be the exact peak of humanity, where people knew, yes, there is a peak to what the human art form can do.
Now the party's over. I'm so tired. Then I see you.
And a well-dressed motherfucker, too, Earl.
I don't know.
You don't see him walking out in a pair of shorts, boots.
He came to the station once. I mean, finest cut.
Sure.
Tailor-made, beautiful tailor-made suit. It's unbelievable.
It's anti-grunge. Listen to that. You just see the high water mark of humanity, and it all starts to roll back from that point on.
When the samba takes you.
I don't know if I can do it forever, though.
Out of nowhere. When the background.
Whoa.
Hey, Bob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how about the Allman Brothers? Play for that mountain gym, chill back, got some beers, you're all set.
Yeah, okay. Again, if it's July 17th and I found myself in fucking Georgia, sure. I'm going to have some barbecue and get into it. I don't know if I could do it forever.
Someone needs to fix these phones so Ron and Fez can do their show. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Every fucking time they get something good going, the motherfucking telephones keep on blowing up. Why won't Wiki fix the telephones? Why won't Wiki? Why won't Wiki? How can you build a pyramid without the callers calling in? How can you give out a big-ass prize to losers like me who have no life? The Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio. Ron and Fez Show on XM Radio.
Good. Yeah, let's just take a break and try to regroup. I want to stay in a good mood. It's the devil's birthday. I want to be in a good mood today. I don't want to be angry, Fez.
666. You don't know what could happen. Who would have thought today that Billy Preston would have died?
Maybe his doctors, knowing that the guy's been in a coma since November. Yeah, I don't want to be in a bad mood, Earl. I want to be in a good mood.
Me too.
I always want to hear, here comes Ronnie Bay. He's always in a good mood.
You're our leader, and you're always in a good mood.
I'm not a leader. We're all in this together.
You're our captain.
No.
Captain of Team Bennington.
Don't try to hit me with the Don Geronimo thing. It ain't going to fucking happen, bro. It ain't going to happen. There's no captains.
Okay.
What's that make Fez? Cheerleader?
Co-captain.
You're a pain in the ass, Earl. You know that?
Seriously, we're not that type of show, Earl. We've never been that type.
Oh, I'm sorry. I spoke out of turn.
It's all over his bald head.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.
Yeah. Ron and Fez. .666. They're also calling this the day of the baby barista. Weird day.
The third arm baby had its third arm removed by Chinese doctors today.
That was not its third arm, that was a penis.
Oh, no. So they decided they had to choose between the two left arms because neither one is functioning fully.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to take the one that's closer to the middle of the chest.
I would have cut off the one that he was holding a lollipop with.
They take his right and leave him with two lefts. So any sort of circus show career is done for that kid.
Well, he could be the kid with a big hole in his chest. He's still got something.
Back from rehab, Patrick Kennedy says he's prepared to be booked and fingerprinted, adding that it's what anyone else would have done to them that were African American in Southeast D.C.
Wait a minute, what's he talking about?
He's saying that now that he's back from rehab, he's not wanting any special treatment because there was all this talk that the Capitol Police let him go. He's saying he expects to be charged with running into that police car.
First of all, every Kennedy expects to be charged, booked, and had pictures done. Every single one of them.
So he says, like any other African American living there in that area of Washington, he should be charged too. Of course, he's not African American, so I didn't know if he hadn't sobered up yet.
What he's saying is I don't need to be treated differently than the African American. I'm in a cracked neighborhood. I'm all fucked up. I pass out after hitting a tree. Of course, I should be busted.
You got some Patrick Kennedy, Earl?
Yep.
I have trouble with anything that is anything mood altering.
What do you mean you have trouble with? It's into your blood. You're a Kennedy. You know what I like to do? I'd like to when the Kennedys get together, roll a bottle in it as they attempt to dive on top of it like a hand grenade to save each other.
Scientology getting into NASCAR with the book Dianetics sponsoring a race team headed by driver and Scientologist Kenton Gray.
If this guy starts winning, I'm going to love it. He's going to replace the Rainbow Warriors, the most hated out there.
So he's going to have the Dianetics car, red car, big volcano on it, just like the Dianetics book.
I finally have a favorite NASCAR. I finally have a NASCAR I can root for.
It makes you wonder how this is going to go over in the NASCAR set.
Now, when you get this car, right, are you immediately in all the big races?
No.
You have to work your way up?
Yeah, I think you got to work your way into it.
I never understand how that works out.
I think that's the procedure.
Like you've got to win certain things before you go to Daytona.
Yeah, like this Kenton Gray, he's taking his car out to like some exhibition things first before it ends up getting in NASCAR. I don't even know if that's a possibility.
But you don't know whether it means like you've got to win certain things before you're even in NASCAR.
Right, I don't know. Road rage, temper outburst.
What is it?
Road rage. The outbursts that involve throwing or breaking objects. New name for that now. It's now
new name?
Yeah, no longer road rage.
Yeah.
The new name is intermittent explosive disorder.
What is it?
Intermittent explosive disorder.
So it's IED?
Oh yeah, it is. And a new study suggests it's far more common than realized, affecting up to 16 million Americans.
Far more common. Everybody in my neighborhood had it. Freaking out, snapping?
Yeah.
Sure. I grew up around it. I thought it was just being. I thought that was called being human.
Earl, I think you could get treated for this now.
Earl, do you feel like you have this disease?
Yeah.
You don't get angry much, but when you do, you always feel the need to break equipment.
Yeah, my feeling is always better equipment than somebody's individual body.
You feel like if you didn't break equipment, you'd have to hit a human.
Yeah, definitely. I would hit somebody.
Should try that sometime. Just see how that works for you.
No, then I get arrested and thrown in jail.
What about this, Fez? You have this at all?
I'll have like temper outbursts, but I don't have the throwing stuff. I never throw things. I don't think I destroy stuff.
I used to destroy stuff all the time. I used to break windshields. I used to get so fucking furious. I mean, the whole point now is to not be that guy, to get beyond that. But it could take 1 second. It could all come back in no time at all.
See, I go more Costanza, where I'll get like instantly angry, but I'll just be furious about a person or something, and just I'll call and complain, try to get the person fired, I'll get obsessed about the person, but I never do any sort of physical damage.
All right, Fez, this just in, you know how we have that lady on from that crazy church, right? The Westboro Church. Well, finally, a family of one of the military guys has filed suit against that church for disrupting the funeral. He's said that his son, of course, not a public figure. Why should he be any part of this?
All right, that'll be hugely interesting to see how that plays out in the court.
This actually makes more sense than probably trying to pass all the rules to see if it's some kind of a civil problem that you can get put together. Hey, Catfish, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ron and Fez, how we doing, guys? I just want to make an opinionated statement about that intermittent explosive disorder. I think that's just a crock of shit because those dumbasses in the pharmaceutical companies just want to make it a disorder so they can push more pills.
Thank you very much. You know what? Ring the cowbell. This is exactly what happens every time they name something. Then it makes it okay to come up with a medicine to defeat that. You're going into the big-ass prize closet, bro.
We'll get you a special edition copy DVD of Napoleon Dynamite, thanks to Fox Home Video. That's out in stores everywhere.
Very good point he came up with. If you name it, then you could force people to be treated for it, more medications to sell. ADD, they didn't have that name when I was younger. Apparently, something happened within 15, 20 years because all the kids had it 15, 20 years later. Everybody had it. Everybody needs to be put on that drug. This thing that you're talking about now, Fez, is just being an asshole. Just being a big baby and going crazy. Here is Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddies?
Yeah.
Earl was talking about being able not to control his temper. Maybe he'd be better at Hot 97 shooting up niggers.
Now, Earl, is that the type of thing that gets you furious?
White people are so scared of black people.
When you get a fucking no-neck racist calling like this, is that the stuff that gets you nuts?
Yeah, I have no tolerance for...
Does it make you want to break something?
Yeah, definitely.
Go ahead, throw something.
I can't break anything in here. I can't do 30 days in the hole.
Throw something right now at Dave until you feel better.
Give in to your IED.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. On his IED, why don't you just give me like a little room? Put some more of the shit in there and let him break stuff.
Would you like a room like that? Sometimes it's a timeout room where we'll send you in and you can act through this, because we're not paying attention, Earl. We're not paying attention. We don't hear you screaming.
I would love to have a room with just a punching bag in it. That would be great.
I'll get you one. If that's what it takes for you to feel better about yourself.
Or we can get you some, like, cheap dishes in there or something. You can just break stuff all you want.
Hi, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's going on, Ronnie?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, that IED, they made a movie about that with that Days of Thunder, and it was a Scientology car.
Oh, yeah, that is right. Tom Cruise was already the NASCAR driver in Days of Thunder. Here is Ed. Ed, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I'm a cop in New Jersey, and I've broken up several incidents and fights because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed they're going to use this as a defense when it comes to court if people get locked up or get tickets for doing stupid shit while they're on driving.
The fact that if somebody cuts somebody off, someone needs to hop out of their car, start screaming at somebody else's grandmother, is now going to become a mental disorder, which means it's nobody's fault at all.
Yeah, and the attorneys are going to try to go on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, I'm being treated now. I'm sorry I smacked you, honey. I'm being treated now. I found out it was a medical condition. That's why I started hitting you when you turned the ball game off.
And the road rage pills will come with a warning saying, do not operate a vehicle while taking.
Craig, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, maybe Earl should go into a room full of Samsonite luggage. He could throw that around for a while.
You're going to get this.
White people are so scared of black people.
Earl, don't do that because that's a monkey joke.
I know very well it's a monkey joke, and I'm very angry.
He set you up to do a monkey joke, and if you start leaping up and down on that luggage, the rednecks will laugh.
I refuse to be a monkey.
Don't let him win, Earl. Don't even carry luggage.
Damien, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Earl, why don't you climb the top of the Empire State Building and swat at some planes?
White people are so scared of black people.
They're just trying to get to you, Earl.
Won't do it.
Breathe in, breathe out. Go to that safe place in your mind.
I'm already there.
Say back to Dixie. In your mind, I want you back to Dixie. Drives me crazy, though.
Look away, Earl.
Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I think this IED stuff is hereditary because my old man had it, and I've got it big time, man. I've broken so much crap in my life.
Well, it's learned behavior when you're a little kid and you see that's the way adults act. That's the way to prove that you're a big man. Start breaking stuff. Yeah, I'm sure that's a learned behavior.
My little brother had it this way, where he wouldn't break stuff, but he would throw stuff away. Like if his video games weren't working or whatever, they'd go in the garbage can. Only for him to fish them back out later when he had calmed down.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Earl doesn't need a room with a punching bag. He just needs a room with Dave, and I guess all Dave needs is some salt, right?
Dave and his big salt lie from yesterday, where he said he ate raw chicken, but if you put salt on it, Fez, the lie is that makes it safe.
That'll kill any sort of parasites or bacteria that's going to make you sick.
Now, again, it's another one of those things that Dave cannot and will not back up. That's not something Dave does. All right, 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Jeremy. Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, Ronnie? $2.
Hey, buddy.
Listen, Earl's being very unprofessional and losing his temper. Quite frankly, it's a lot of monkey business.
White people are so scared of black people.
In and out.
Breathing in and out. There we go.
Think of Dixie. Think of Dixie.
Earl has a disease. It's intermittent explosive disorder. It used to be called things like road rage. But now it's intermittent explosive disorder.
Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, maybe you could put Earl in a room and let him fling shit at everybody.
White people are so scared of black people.
Earl, do not listen. I'm not.
I'm not either.
Who's working the calls over there? Chicken Man? We're all Chicken Man on the calls? 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here is Rusty. Rusty, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Earl doesn't need a room with a punching bag. He needs a room with his mother in it so he could suck milk from her warm nigger teat.
All right. You know what? Seriously, dude,
Wrong.
can we fucking last nerve? Seriously. That actually pissed me off. That actually pissed me off. Or I'll fucking shut the whole show down if people think they can fuck with you. I'm actually pissed right now. Don't fucking take the calls. Won't take the calls.
In his new book, Stephen Baldwin has some advice for U2's Bono.
What is that? Get a brother named Alec?
It says, shut up and sing. You would do far more good if you preached the gospel of Jesus, says Stephen Baldwin, rather than trying to get third world debt relief. God will take care of that third world country. Get back to your calling, Bono.
Why won't God just take care of the teaching of Jesus?
Apparently that's our job. But I thought if Bono was like, trying to take care of the poor, isn't that teaching the gospel?
Fez, wake up. You had a dream where you were trying to talk logic to Christians.
Just makes no sense.
You were trying to talk logic to Christians. Wake up. I don't know when you went out. I don't know how long you were asleep for. But it must have been a nightmare you were having.
Just insane for a Christian to attack Bono.
Well, he should be preaching the Bible and not helping the 2 million kids a day that die over there, whatever hell it is. The hell with those numbers. Get out and make sure you're shutting down a porn place in the suburbs. That's the important thing.
In Sydney, Australia, officials are hoping to drive rowdy teens out of parks where they're hanging out. They're there harassing residents. What they're going to do to get rid of them? They're piping in Barry Manilow music through these parks to disperse the rowdy teens.
Well, then they're going to have those parks filled with older fat ladies. I'd be very careful because there's going to be a lot of fanalos showing up.
It's going to turn into a rest area instead of a park.
Ron and Fez show, getting ready to shut this one down. Earl, you okay over there? I lost my temper a little earlier, but you all right?
Yeah, no, you
Seriously,
weren't. You weren't the only one. I'm trying to calm down. I'm really trying to calm down.
I know. That one pissed me off. I don't know what it is about it, but it pissed me off. I'm trying to be nice to some of these callers. You're almost in a rage, Earl?
I'm all right. I'm all right now. I mean, a minute ago I wasn't all right.
Let it yell out. Maybe you'll feel better.
No, I mean...
You'll go crazy if you do.
Yeah, I'll go crazy.
Start hitting yourself with a bat.
Take it out on the kid next
Yeah,
to me.
start hitting yourself with a bat like the old days.
You've got intermittent explosive disorder. You got to take care of that.
Maybe he doesn't like racist jokes being thrown at him every day, Fez. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the disease. Don't snicker over there. Don't you snicker, Dave. You redheaded bastard.
I'm excited about this. ECW coming back to television.
Was it ever on television?
Yeah, it was on television. It used to be on television.
Where did it used to play?
I'm trying to think of what network it was on.
Thank you. It was never on a big one, right?
No, it was always on a small cable network.
It was on MSG network here in New York.
Yeah, but that's not a national thing. So it would used to have a weird national thing that would play in the middle of the night, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then it was never it was more like clips. It never was one show.
All right, yeah. Now it's coming on Sci-Fi Network. That's going to start June 13th. They're going to have a pay-per-view this Sunday.
Is Paulie running it?
Yeah, Paul Heyman is back with it.
And Vince is back in it?
Yeah, Vince is supporting this thing. So, and Sandman's back, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu.
Good news. So when's the first one?
The first actual show is going to be June 13th on Sci-Fi Network. But there is like a special event, WWE versus ECW this Wednesday on USA Cable Network.
That's it for us, everybody. Take it easy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Show. XM 202.